right, there we go. Let's call.
On
You have
stream.
so many cats. It's actually insane.
I only have 3.
It just looks like a lot of cats. I'm seeing cats everywhere. This is my first interaction with you, so
Yeah, they just love me a lot.
yeah. That the one behind is just, and then there's like a little pink pillow cat. I'm like
There's
50 years
that
old.
one, and then there's one here, and then there's one here on the floor, but you can't see him. And yeah, do you want to see them?
Yes, I do want to see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maya, come here. Come here, you guys.
I
okay,
love
so
cats. I'm a huge
this
cat
is
person.
Milo.
Okay.
This one here, Maya, come here. That one is Maya. She loves food.
I love them. Oh my god.
And Nova, he's very shy. He's the white kitty over here.
Mm-hmm.
He is a British short hair. So those are my 3 cats, and then I have 2 Samoyeds dogs.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Samoyeds.
They're
like
know dogs.
Big Siberian white fluffy dogs. They're
Are they
awesome.
like guardian dogs or?
No, they're supposed to be like working, like herding dogs.
Okay.
They're kind of like huskies if you think about huskies, but they're white and fluffy, like long hair.
Oh, okay. I love cats. I grew up with cats my entire life, and I just adore them. They're just
What are you mixing there?
Oh, this is green tea. So I'm a huge fan of teas that are imported from China and Japan. And
oh, is it actually green tea? Because it looks like some tea I have that is not actually tea.
That is not actually. No, that would be a really interesting conversation. I have to be be focused for this, so I'm not. Yeah, it's. What kind of tea do you have that's not green tea? What do you mean? You're like in a zoo.
I am sorry.
No, it's great.
They like to climb all over me.
It's actually insane. It's awesome.
She's really funny. Her and then the other cat, they're really funny. Like they like to climb on my chair. And they like to like get behind the computer and stuff. Yeah. Hey, your hair looks really nice, by the way.
Oh, really?
I like it. I totally dig it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, did you just get that?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
I went on a.
Is this your first like Corona, like after Corona haircut?
6 months. Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, it looks nice.
Thank you.
It looks nice.
I did it because I went up with the U.S. Army yesterday for a skydiving thing, so I'm feeling very military.
Nice.
And so but I also wanted to go for like the more. This is like I got the ultimate, the Alinity approval. Now I know it's a good haircut.
It does. It looks really good on you. Honestly, I like it.
Thank you.
I like it when it's like shorter on the sides and like it looks good.
Holy shit! Thank you so much. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, like I look like a like. Okay, I'm gonna show you a picture. Because it's like a picture.
Let me pull your stream.
Oh, okay.
So I
have to find it. How do I send this to my? Okay, I'm gonna like think of some big brain thing, because.
Just Discord message it to me and then open it on your computer.
If
like
I do
through your
that
phone.
though, it will the capture on my. Don't worry, we'll show.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got like a huge idea.
So much light coming through the window. Let me close the window real quick.
Okay, sure. What we're gonna do, chat, is we're gonna send it to myself, and then we're gonna open it. And then
I live in Saskatchewan, and it's just so windy here.
What is that?
Because we're on the prairies. It's a province in Canada.
How many people are there?
Like 300,000.
Oh, okay. So it's like
my
big.
city has 300,000. The province is probably like, it's like 1 million maybe.
Okay, I have a picture to show you. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. This was before.
Oh, hold on. I got an ad, man.
You have a what?
I got an ad. Hold on. Okay, I see it now.
Look at my barber's face. This is not a haircut. This is a rescue mission. Straight up.
You look so much better. Like, holy shit. Keep it like this. I swear. It looks so good.
It is straight up. Like, it took him an hour and a half to sort through this shit. It really did.
Wow.
It was very tough.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Looks
He's
really
so
good.
sad.
Yeah, looks really good.
Thank you. Thank you. I know, it's like a huge pain in the ass to do girls' hair. Like it costs like a ton of money and it's like really difficult to do.
Yeah, I sometimes cut my own hair though. Like
You
I do
do?
my own hair. I do my own nails too. Yeah.
Isn't that like really abnormal? Do you have like experience doing that?
I like to do things. I like learning how to do stuff. Like I bought like Dremel and like I do like gel nails. I don't do them like on other people, but I like to know how to do stuff. I don't know. It's just I've always liked knowing how to do shit.
Do you like marketing
Uh
and business?
yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my whole shit. That's like
I mean,
do you know what
fun.
I do?
I like
on
streaming.
Twitch? Yeah.
Yeah, I think don't you like work for an agency and stuff?
I do that. Yeah. I
Yeah.
run that my that's my full-time job, but on Twitch I am like an industry broadcaster, so I talk about like things that are going on.
Yeah, like I know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. You do like stats and stuff.
Sometimes if
People
necessary.
call you like CEO Andy, something like that.
They do because
I've seen they call you that on Reddit.
Yes, they do.
See, I didn't used to go on Reddit before. I used to like go on Twitter a lot. And now Reddit is better than Twitter, so I don't go on Twitter anymore. I just go on Reddit.
Why do you?
That's when you know like Reddit is really like Twitter is really fucked up, you know?
Is this in terms of negative comments?
Oh yeah, holy shit.
So you like, go on Reddit because it's actually better than Twitter.
Oh yeah.
That's disconcerting.
People actually have like a brain there, you know?
Really? I haven't found one on Reddit. That's cool. I don't know where you're.
Really?
Yeah, not many. Not really. Are you looking?
I don't know.
Are you on Livestream Fail a lot of the time?
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. I am there. I also follow like a lot of other like girly shit and stuff that you have no idea about. I'm a very girly girl.
What is
that? In case you haven't noticed.
What does being a very girly girl mean?
Oh, like hair and nails and like inspiration, outfits, clothing, fashion. It's my thing.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think.
Yeah, and also like well, from a marketing perspective, it hasn't helped me very much. It's like 90% of Twitch is male, so I haven't been able to like. I really wasn't able to like get myself through in the areas that I wanted to go. Hoping that changes in the future, maybe. But yeah.
So let's talk about that. So when you say the areas you want to go, so like walk me through like what your vision of yourself as a broadcaster was when you started.
Well, I kind of wanted to diversify. I mean, there's always a fear that like something will happen to the platform.
Yes.
So ideally you want to like diversify yourself through like different social media platforms. And I saw like a big opportunity through Instagram because through my stream, I wasn't even posting to Instagram and stuff. And I had like 200,000 followers from like one day I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? I post there like every week. I haven't tried hard. So I started trying, to post there more and stuff. But my metrics are still like very guy oriented. Plus, I actually don't really enjoy taking pictures of myself that much. Just weird. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, honestly. That might just be something that I'm gonna have to pass on. Like ever since all the drama and stuff has like started happening, I kind of decided that I was just gonna stream for now.
Okay.
I told my agent to just like take a pause completely on. We were working on a few projects and they're not happy with me on that, but I really needed to just focus on streaming, you know? Like that's what I wanted to do.
Okay. When you say you wanted to focus on streaming, why? What happened there?
I just social media got really toxic for me, honestly. Like it was just not worth it for me like mentally to have to read those things. So, yeah, like I realized that no amount of money is worth, my happiness, and I just decided to do
100%.
What I like doing. Like I enjoy streaming. Like that's what I like to do. I think a lot of people don't realize that I've been on Twitch since 2012.
Oh,
like
same.
I didn't start streaming. I didn't start streaming because I wanted money or fame or anything like that. I started streaming because I wanted to like talk to people and hang out and play video games and it being fun. But I think like people maybe judge you based on like what you look like and stuff like that. And they don't really like realize really like who you are. Just to give you an example, like I get messages every single day from people that are like, oh my god, like you're actually funny, or like, dude, like you didn't kill a dog, I heard you killed a dog. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like there's because like everybody has made videos about me and shit like that, and there's this one guy in particular who does like caricature. And he has when like the vodka thing happened, like I drank vodka and then my cat licked it off my lips, right? He has he made a caricature of me holding my cat like that with a bottle of vodka.
Okay.
Like that. And so people think that's what happened. Like people have these ideas that like that is who I am, like that's the shit that I've done.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like it just like I don't need to read that shit. I really don't. I have read it for a year. And I think like up until a certain point, I was like, oh, this will go away, you know, but like every single day, some idiot out there with millions of subscribers will make a new video about it, about how I committed marriage fraud and all this shit. And it's like, no, dude, like it's not true. I'm still in Canada, you know? Like people reported me to immigration. I talked to immigration, you know, they did like an investigation. They're like, okay, you're good. You know, same thing with the SPCA. I contacted them. They came here. And they were like, your animals look great. You know, they wrote like a thing. They posted it on Facebook. Just funny that they would post it on Facebook. But anyway, yeah, like everybody in my city found out about it, and my friends were like, what the fuck are people talking about? Like, you love your animals. And I was just like, well, man, I don't know. So it's kind of funny, I guess, in a way, but I just got tired of it. Like like my happiness and my mental health is so much more important than diversifying right now. You know, like I just want to stream. I like talking to people. I like making people's day better. And that's kind of what I'm going to focus on right now.
Okay, I love this. This is going to be such a good talk. I'm just telling you, like, okay. So, if you could run your brand in a way that you just like, what would you envision it being? And like the type of people that come into your chat, like, and like what kind of people would that be? What kind of stream would you run?
I'm not like a vision person. I'm like a today, right now person.
Yeah.
So that is difficult. I mean, I like what I do already. Like I enjoy doing what I do, and I'm happy where I'm at. Like I don't need to go anywhere else. Does that make sense? But I do think like maybe I should focus on like goals and stuff like that. It's just like the way my life has worked out. None of my goals really happened, not even like close by. Like I'll tell you, like I graduated in Colombia. I went to medical school. My plan was to be a doctor, and then I ended up marrying a Canadian guy. He tries to go to Canada. I started like thinking about maybe psychology because I realized that medical school didn't really like it. Then we end up coming to Canada. Then I get in school here, then like nursing school, and I did 3 years of nursing school. Then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to stream. My parents wanted to kill me. I mean, I quit nursing, like medical school in my third year. Then I go to Canada. Then I start nursing school. I do 3 years of nursing school. And I'm like, oh, I just want to play video games for a living. And like the reason why I quit medical school, very big part of it was World of Warcraft. Like I met my ex-husband in World of Warcraft.
Really?
Yeah. And so my mom was like, oh no, this WoW thing again. And like I was actually streaming WoW when I first started streaming. And so my mom was like, this is gonna happening all over again, Natalia, you know. And then I was like, Mom, like I'm actually making money from this. And she's like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, you know. And then yeah, like so it's kind of funny. Like my mom didn't believe in me, but now she does, so that's good.
My parents didn't think that they didn't think that my stream was ever going to be anything. I also started streaming in 2012, and I remember when I first started doing it, I went
that's
to
crazy.
Yeah, but it's part-time now because I actually realized that I didn't want, when you said diversification, right? Like I really didn't want to put my whole brand into Twitch, and I don't think I ever want to do that. So that's like one of the reasons why now I I work another job, and I think I always will. But at the time, from 2012 to 2015, I was full-time Twitch, and my parents didn't believe me either. They were all, I remember giving them a business plan and asking them to like fund my stream, and they told me to go fuck myself for sure. Like,
that's so funny.
Yeah, but now,
well, the benefit for me was like I paid for my own school, and sorry, they're fighting. No, I paid for my own school. Nova, I'm so sorry. Hey, sorry. You guys, Maya, look at me. They fight a lot, those two. Anyway, yeah, like I was paying for my own school, well, through student loans. I mean, the government was paying for my school, so my parents weren't paying for that anymore. And I was able to like pay all my student loans really quickly through stream. I was really lucky at the beginning. I had a lot of people that like really wanted me to succeed. So I guess thanks to all of them, I'm here today because I was able to like focus on streaming full time.
Do you want you're like 32, right? Something like that?
Fuck, you're not supposed to say this shit.
You said it yourself. You said it publicly, right? Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm 32. Yes, yes, I am.
Yeah. That's not bad. It's fine. You, by the way, do not look 32 at all. Like that. I was. That is why I remember the number because I was really fucking surprised. I was like, because I thought you were like 24 or 25.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I've been on this planet for quite a while now.
I feel you. I vibe with that. Yeah, believe me. Okay. The reason I bring that up is because it's like, okay, is full-time Twitch what you want to do when you're 37, 40?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, like the thing is, okay, so I live in Canada, you know that. And like I live in a province that has like really good minimum wage. I also don't live a very like lucrative, like expensive life. Like I would say I live very frugally actually. And so the thing is I'm not afraid of something bad happening. Like if I don't have Twitch anymore, I'll go do something else. I used to babysit and I got paid pretty decently for that. I used to interpret. I worked in an immigration company doing like translations and stuff like that. So yeah, like it was like I can do whatever, you know, if like something happens to Twitch, like I'm totally cool. I have a home, I can rent the basement. So like I have some plans on what to do, but I feel like at some point I realized that I didn't want to like live my life under the idea of like, oh, the fear of something bad happening in the future. Does that make sense? Like if something bad happens, I will adjust. I will be fine. Like I don't really care. Like for right now, I'm gonna stream and I'll stream for as long as I can. And if something happens, then so be it. Like I'll go to another platform. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to working as an interpreter. I'm fully bilingual, so yeah, that's always an option as well.
What languages do you speak?
English and Spanish.
Ah, very good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from Colombia, so yeah.
You have. I'm pulling up stats. I can't. I would guess I can't find it, but you have somewhere probably north of 5,000 subs, right?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just totally guessed that. Okay. So, or actually, it's way higher, and you're just saying that. But either way, it doesn't matter. The point being, like, it's a very big transition from this to back to interpreter, right?
Oh no, it's not actually. So I'll tell you a little bit about how I pay myself and stuff like that. I have a company,
sure,
and I only pay myself a certain amount, which is basically what I need for surviving, and everything else I have it put in the company.
What does that mean? When you say put in the company,
like my company owns basically everything I make. I want to save. Like I'm trying to pay off my home. So eventually I'll have my company pay off my home, but I'm not used to like making like whatever 5,000 subs is worth of. I only make like 4,000 Canadian dollars a month.
Wait, that's not how it works. Do you own 100% equity in your company?
I do. Yeah, no, I do. But the thing is, no. But listen to what you're saying. You're trying to tell me that I'm used to certain lifestyle, right? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm not.
You're telling no. But no, listen. You're telling me that that going from like that amount of money that I make from subs to like back to interpreting, it would be a big change. I'm telling you, it wouldn't.
Because you don't spend the money.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. And interpreting pays $40 an hour, by the way, in case you didn't know.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's pretty.
I did know. Yeah.
That's pretty decent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. I respect people that don't. Yeah,
I did court and medical interpretations. Cause I did do like 6 years of health sciences,
Wow.
So
okay.
Yeah. I had a full scholarship in college.
Yeah. I have no doubt that you could do lots of other things. I just wondered if it was like a significant change, right? Like,
yeah.
I respect that a lot because I have the same mindset, which is like if I stop streaming on Twitch tomorrow, I'd be okay.
Oh yeah, same here. Mm-hmm. Like I'll be fine. Like I'm fine for a while, and I can decide on what I want to do with my life. Like I can go back to school. I can go back to being a nurse. It would just be like super easy to finish my degree because the knowledge is still here, baby. I talked to my streamer. I tried to like talk to my streamer about like nutrition and fitness and stuff like that. I tell them like I had to take anatomy 3 times because the first time I failed it in medical school, then I repeated it. And then when I came to Canada, I had to take it again. Same with physio. So, yeah.
So you have, so what's your degree in?
Nothing.
Like, wait, I'm sorry. So you took a bunch of school, but like, did you just?
I didn't finish anything.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I got a degree in quitting.
Got it.
I did 3 years of medical school.
Yeah.
Did 3 years of medical school.
Mm-hmm.
Married a Canadian. Came to Canada.
Okay.
Oh my God, I shouldn't summarize things again because this is how gossip gets started. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I was in medical school for 3 years. I quit.
Okay.
I fell in love in World of Warcraft with my very, very, very loving ex-husband. Okay. He came to Colombia. We tried making our life there, but it didn't work because he didn't speak any Spanish. So he couldn't get a job. And I was like living at my family. So it didn't work. So he came back to Canada, sponsored me. It took like a year for him to sponsor me. Came to Canada, find out he'd been cheating on me the whole time.
Holy shit.
Which was really frustrating knowing that I left my very comfortable life in Colombia because I lived very comfortably in Colombia. Left all my friends, left everything. And it was horrible. Anyway, so after that, I got in nursing school here. Was on my 3rd year. I was actually on my 2nd year in nursing school when I started streaming. Mm-hmm. But on my 3rd year, I decided to just like focus on streaming. So I did 3 years of nursing school here.
How long ago was that?
2015. So like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now you're at
2014.
Would you like to continue streaming for the next some years? Is that a good idea?
Yeah, okay. I would. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would totally like to keep streaming until forever. I love what I do. I really, really do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we get into some super cool marketing stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Let's do it.
All
okay.
Right.
I know I'm like fucking up all your plans by telling you that like I'm okay with whatever, but at the same time, like I just want you to understand that I'm fearless in that I don't. Does that make sense?
No plans are fucked. I respect you more, if anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The fact that you have a backup and also a history outside of streaming, I think is something that is very rare among Twitch streamers and also people that I talk to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, I vibe with you on that, right? Because I do the same thing. Like I don't consider Twitch as like the main part of my life, and I can barely stand these fuckers for 4 hours, like 5 days a week, much less like 8 to 10.
The way I see it though. No, the way I see it, like before all this drama thing happened, I had like a very close knit community. And to me, it was always like me hanging out with my friends. Like it was never like I'm a celebrity and stuff like that. It was like I play games with my friends every day and I make money doing it. So like that's how I always see it. And I've really tried to make sure that like I'm really engaged with my community and like focus on community more than growth. Because that is the element that I enjoy. That's why I like streaming. I like it because I get to talk to people and I love talking. Talking is like my favorite thing in the whole world.
I think I understand. And here's the thing, right? I listened to your entire talk with Dr. K, and I really enjoyed it because I love everything that Dr. K puts out. But I feel like it's not this particular problem that you have is not a Dr. K problem. This is a Devin Nash problem. Okay, and I'm gonna explain. Okay, the symptoms, like all the hate, all the stuff incoming, all that is real. That's 100% real, and that's a psychology problem. But where it's coming from, the foundation of it is a marketing problem. It's a brand problem.
Yeah,
and that's what I want to talk about.
Okay. Can I tell you something?
Absolutely.
Before you start talking about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So
you tell me anything you want.
And this is my issue. And this is my issue. And this is my issue with PR companies and stuff like that. Because PR companies have been around for a very, very long time. And they used to deal with celebrities and famous people and stuff like that. And back before the internet and before social media, celebrities and famous people were very disengaged with their audience, very disconnected with their followers.
Yes.
And so what all these PR companies have always told me to do is don't engage, don't respond, don't say anything. And this advice is so bad because people now, they take the silence as like guilt because we are so connected to our followers and our audiences that they're like, why is this person not addressing the big issue? And so I think that is the problem with working with agencies that have been around for a long time before social media and before gaming. And that was my big issue. Because when everything happened, I had two different people, one from my agency and one that used to work PR for, I can't say the company, but a company in tech. And they both told me, they're like, don't engage, don't respond, don't say anything. So I never responded to any allegations. Which now that I realize, like, I should have made a video. I should have explained myself. Because now people have these ideas of like me doing the thing, because people only have the version of the side of the other people, right? And gossip gets anyway. So yeah, that was my big mistake.
If you don't invent the story, other people will invent it for you.
Indeed.
So. Yeah.
And to this day, my agent still tells me, like, don't engage, don't answer. And I'm just like...
I'm not a typical agent. But here's... Okay.
Oh, I love him. He's great. But the agency that I'm with, they have, like, high-profile celebrities that are not social media influencers. So they don't really understand the difference. They don't understand Twitch culture at all. So,
let me ask you a question to kind of, like, prompt this. Like, when I asked you initially in the beginning of the stream, if you knew of me, right? That was a very deliberate question. And do you remember the way that you answered?
Yeah, the reason that I answered the thing about your agency is because that's kind of I want the opinion on somebody who is in an agency that manages social media influencers and Twitch streamers.
So
that's why I want your opinion.
You said two other things too, right? CEO Andy, and you're the guy that does stats, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what if I told you that very deliberately, from the very beginning of when I set this up, that was exactly what I was going for? That when somebody told me, like, how do you know about Devin Nash? I have a very specific idea of exactly how I want people to know. And that's the moment here, right? So about 8 months ago, when I decided I wanted to build this brand, I had a deliberate intent to be the number one industry guy on Twitch TV, right? Like if there is anything going on in the meta of the digital media and social media world, Devin Nash is number one at it. That doesn't mean I'm the most entertaining stream. Doesn't mean I'm the most, like, the best stream, right? There are way better streamers, but that is my shit. And so I crafted this image very deliberately over the course of 8 months through posts, through social media, through other people talking about me, through insinuating certain memes and letting others die, right? The whole CEO Andy thing is kind of like a little bit of a dig, but think about what they're really saying. It's like, oh, he's a leader of companies, right?
Yeah.
So that brand message is very powerful because it immediately reinforces my authority.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So
that makes sense.
So the translation for you here is that you're 100% right. The answer isn't to stay quiet. and to not say anything? The answer is to take control of the narrative of your brand and build an Alinity that you want them to see. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about today.
And I have tried doing that for 2 years, but the problem is people are not going to go watch my stream. Because those people that do watch my stream, they say, holy shit, you're a cool streamer, you're actually not bad at games, and you're funny. I like you. And they become fans. But that's probably like 5% of the haters.
Exactly.
You know?
So if we wanted to change a brand narrative, what if I told you that Twitch was the worst place to do it? Because the only people that can see it are the people that are viewing your content live, and then that content disappears after that.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
What you need is a YouTube presence. Because if people start...
But the thing is, it would cut my hours from streaming. Like, I stream for like 30 hours a week. Do you think I have energy for anything else? Like... It's hard.
So you could take some of that money you got in that company, and you can buy an editor, and they will do everything.
I do have a YouTube channel.
So what is your YouTube?
Alinity Divine.
Alinity Divine. Okay.
The thing is, like, I have like 150,000 subscribers. Like, it's not huge, but I've never like put out any original content. You know, I haven't really worked really hard at it. But I have an editor, and we put out content like every week, sometimes every other week. You know, it really depends on what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think that people get to see who I am that well from those videos.
Exactly. Why not?
I think like well, because they're just
I'm getting excited.
They're just funny because they're just funny parts of my stream.
Yeah, they're just highlights.
That's what they are. They're just highlights.
So if you were going,
they don't like what people need to understand is when you see a clip, that's like a rare moment of what happens in a person's stream.
Yes.
Right. I do have a lot of gaming stuff. Like I play a lot of Apex. And I do try to upload like some Apex gameplay into my highlights, but like I understand not everybody wants to see Apex all the time. Even though that's what if I could have it, I would just play Apex on stream 24/7. But I know that's not good for my brand either. Because then people are just going to follow me for one game, and I don't want that to happen either. I want people to follow me for who I am.
Okay, can we back up one step?
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. No, it's okay. We're doing great. We're doing really good. I'm loving this. Okay.
Okay.
Chat, and mods don't ban this. Okay. Chat. What was your first interaction with Alinity? What was the very first thing you heard about from her?
Probably the copyright stuff.
It could be anything. What was your first? It was
probably the PewDiePie thing, which is very funny because PewDiePie and I actually solved the issue privately.
Sure.
And people don't know this. People still think that like this whole copyright thing was real.
It's not the copyright thing. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, it's the cat stuff?
Yep.
It's the cat stuff.
So here's the thing, right? Either you control your story or your story will control you. What I'm talking about in terms of like building your brand, if you're really interested in solving the problem and reshaping your brand. And I'm going to talk about how you're already doing that kind of right now. But if you're really interested in it, you have to change the narrative. You have to do it. So that means like,
how do I do that?
You do it by creating evergreen content, which is content that lives forever, either in YouTube form or picture form or story form, that is about you, the person. Not you on highlights, not you playing games, but you, the person. What makes you...
I did that for a whole year.
You did vlogging, you did talking, things like that?
Yeah, I did like Instagram. I
on YouTube?
I didn't respond. The only thing that I never did was respond to the drama. I think that was probably the mistake. Not responding to the drama on YouTube.
So, yep, but we're past that, right? Well, maybe we're not,
late,
because you can still tell your story. But
people keep making videos every day, so maybe we're not too late on that.
Right? Maybe not. Like what I'm saying is, so it's because you said something, but I just like take notes on everything that people say, right? So you said before that a person made a caricature of you feeding your cat vodka, and then that kind of took off. Okay, that's marketing. What that person literally did.
And like Keemstar sold a shirt where like I'm throwing my cat up in the air.
Right.
Like it looks like I fucking And so I think people are painting me into like, you know, and like a lot of people haven't actually seen the clip.
I know.
Of what actually happened.
That's really fucked up that they're doing that. What I'm saying is that right there is marketing. They're pushing a narrative forward. They're pushing a brand forward, and you're not. So your own story isn't as strong as theirs. That's the problem, right?
Well, of course, and the problem is they have millions of subscribers. And
so do you. You have 300,000 subscribers on Instagram. You have 152,000 people on. You're not maybe as like big as Keemstar, but most of the people following Keemstar think he's a fucking idiot anyway.
Yeah.
like trust me, you can do this. It's because the defender's advantage of your brand, the defender's advantage of your brand is way stronger than anybody that's coming at you.
Well, yeah, but I tried. Like I tried posting so many pictures with my cats and like showing that they're healthy and like showing that I love them.
You don't need a picture, you need a story.
Okay.
Okay. So you can like you have to and you said before, right? You're a very like day by day person. Like I take everything one day at a time.
Yeah, for sure.
But for a brand, you really do need a vision. Because you have to like, and I think there's two ways this could go right now. There's a fork in the road because you could be Twitch's bad girl, but the problem is you have feelings. And
I could like this because
you could be right.
I was like, I could just own it. Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, I can own this. But the thing is, like, that is so not me. Like, I am actually a really nice person.
Yeah.
And so I just couldn't do it. I would have to change who I am in order to be able to be that bad person.
Yeah, I know.
And like, I can't do that. Like, I just can't. Because like, I care too much about me and about other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I saw that too. I know that you thought about that. I like that you could become the Dark Queen like Galadriel and like just like take over. Yeah.
I wish I could. Like if I was actually a bad person, I would have done that.
Yeah.
100%.
The problem,
like I would have owned the shit out of that.
The problem is you have feelings and you're like, I actually know that you're a good person.
Yeah, and that's a problem.
It's a problem. Yeah, because you can't be evil. I have this issue all the time. So I totally vibe with that. I mean, I get it, right?
Yeah.
So then
I don't think you are gonna make me cry. Fuck, man.
I don't want to make you cry.
Okay.
Wait, why are we crying?
I'm just sad. It just makes me sad.
Yeah, but it's sad to have feelings.
No, it's sad that I couldn't just become the like awful person that everybody wanted me to be, you know?
I understand, but you can become something else. Let's talk about the second option.
Okay.
The second option is a person that I think you're already on the path of doing, which, and I've been looking at this from this perspective for the last 2 weeks, which is this redemption path. Sort of like the Bible thump, like angel thump actually is the right emote, is like you started off, you made some mistakes, and now you're coming back as like a fully realized human being. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think like here's like the problem that I struggled with for a long time. I've always been like a person that has no filter and that is very impulsive. I've never been the kind of person that's like, oh, I have to like be careful of what I say, because I knew that deep down I was good. And so I knew that I didn't have to worry about like getting drunk and saying something inappropriate because that's just not who I am. Right. And so I never really realized or thought about the fact that people could manipulate things into making me look a way that I'm not.
Yes. I
never thought that could happen. And that's something that I learned the bad way. Like, even if you're a good person, like, even if you have good intentions, even if you haven't committed a crime,
doesn't matter.
You still have to be careful of what you say. And that's something that I never learned as like a young person. And I had to learn it as an adult. And it's hard. It's really, really difficult because like you can't undo those things.
You can't undo the action, but you can undo the story. And you can change the story. So what
I don't know, man.
What I see is happening to you right now is actually very good. Twitch, you made a really good move. And I don't even want to say it's a move, like it's some kind of marketing, because I know it came from your heart. When you made that clip, I was even heartbroken when you made that clip and you're just like, I just don't know what to do. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Like, I sensed the desperation in that. It's just
because for so many years, even like back in the day when the whole PewDiePie thing happened, like I wanted to kill myself. I thought about it so much, to the point where like my friends wouldn't like let me shower by myself. Like it was pretty bad. But like the one thing that I always told myself is I was like, I'm gonna show up like I'm strong. Like I'm gonna make people think that like this didn't affect me. And like I held it back for so long.
Yeah.
And then like it was like a few things that happened. It was like a lot of drama happened one week. Then the next day I like made a funny comment about how XQC was gonna beat Ninja in a game, and then Ninja replied, and then like all his haters came in, and it was like horrible. I had like the most awful night, all night, every minute, getting like people to tell me to kill myself on Instagram. Like I deleted Instagram messages all night. That's like all I did. And then the next day I wake up after I had slept like shit and had read all like about how I should kill myself and I was a horror and I was all these horrible things, right? Then I wake up that morning and I find out that Rekful killed himself. And Rekful was like one of the OGs of WoW on Twitch, like I was, you know?
Yeah.
And like I knew that he had been struggling with mental health for a long time. Like I have. I'm bipolar. I had like anorexia. I nearly died when I was a little girl from it, you know? And so like it just hit me like really fucking hard. Like it just like really, really affected me to the point where I was like, he just did it. Like I can do that too, you know?
Yeah.
And like it was really on my mind. It was really on my mind.
100%. Yeah. And I think a lot of people don't understand how much internet hateful comments actually make a difference. But here's the thing, right? Your clip and your talk about that started something. It started something that and did you read about it? And maybe you agree? Like you said you read Reddit and everything. What was the response after you made that clip?
It was good.
Why?
And that's the reason I started
Why
reading
was it
Reddit.
good?
Because I was finally honest about how I was feeling.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you've always thought that before you've got to stay quiet. You've got to like let it pass.
I just didn't want to like be weak, you know?
But
because
weakness
like
is strength.
but since the very beginning, like you have to understand, like my stream wasn't that big when like initially, like some of the things that happened and like the people that were attacking me in social media were so big compared to me.
Yes.
So like in order for me not to feel like a tiny little person, like that is how I coped with it. I just like appeared like I was strong, and I didn't let I didn't let it affect me, even though if I was killing me inside.
Yes. The problem is that weakness is strength, especially when perceived in a PR sense. When you come out and you're authentic and you show your true feelings about something, that's one of the strongest things you can do. Right?
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't do it because of that.
I know you didn't.
I did it because I just couldn't hold back anymore. Like I just couldn't do it.
But what I'm saying is there's a lesson here. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that now
to
that
just
you
be honest about how I'm feeling. Yeah, for sure.
And to make that a part of your story, if you did a YouTube video that had that kind of energy, you'd be because you saw the response. There were thousands of comments that even and this is LSF. Like this is a place that like this is like the wretched hive of scum and villainy. And there are people in there that are literally saying like, "Wow, I really hope that Alinity is doing better." I had no idea. Like you changed the perspective of incels, which is almost impossible to do. Believe me. I work with Amaranth. I talk to tons of people about this. I'm very like big on like the women gaming sphere, and I know how big of a problem it is. And like you reached people because you were authentic, because you told people your story, and that is what I'm telling you. That like taking command, and I mean that in the most visceral sense of the word, taking command of this story for you is your path. if you do that and you tell this story in a way that people can go and view it at any time on YouTube, you start to change the narrative, because every single person that's releasing bad content about you is controlling your story right now.
Yeah.
You're the only one not talking. And that's
I mean, I talk on my stream, but you're right. It's gone. The content
is gone. It doesn't live anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I see what you mean, because there's like a broadcast of 6 hours, say 30 hours a week, let's say 120 hours in a month, and I talked about it maybe for like 5 minutes. Like, who is gonna find that? It's gone.
100%.
I see your point. I see your point.
Yes, 100%. That's why I said at the beginning that Twitch is not the platform for you to fix this. It can't be. It's
I have to do it on YouTube.
You have to do it on YouTube. Yeah. And it's not going to take much. At this point, you are already on that redemption arc, and it's funny to call it even that.
It sucks that like it feels like I have to redeem myself.
Because you have to, exactly, yeah. Because it's like I would even argue that you like, I don't even know if you like, yeah, exactly. I
just have to say the side of my story so people understand it,
Exactly.
And people understand that I know I've made mistakes, because I think like the problem was I've apologized so many times, but it is on Twitch.
Yes.
It's on content that is gone. So in many people's eyes, I never apologized for it. Like I was actually talking to PewDiePie about it. Because I was like, should I do like a public apology? Because I've apologized to him in private. And he's like, I don't like it. I don't think you should, like, if you don't, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said like, if I didn't want to, like I should, but maybe like I should. Because like some of his fans don't even realize that like I've apologized to him. And I think like, I mean, he did something really sweet. Like I was so impressed by him, honestly. He deleted the videos, and he didn't have to do that. Honestly, like he didn't have to do that.
Do you know this is obviously like a
Can you close that door, please? So sorry.
No, who's that? Is that like is she talking to her cat? Probably not. All right. We're doing it, Twitch chat. We're making it. All right. Okay.
Sorry, it just...
You can tell a cat to close the door. I thought you were talking to your cats.
No.
Okay.
I'm not talking to my cats.
Okay, so...
No, it's just like my house becomes a wind tunnel. When you open certain windows...
Yeah.
It's crazy. I live in the prairies, and it's so windy here. Like, we don't have a mountain in the entire province. I swear to God. So just like the wind is like this powerful thing where like it makes the house vibrate and everything. No, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy.
All right. I believe you. It's
like sometimes I can't open the door. Like if I open the window in my room and I close the door, I can't open it.
You're just not,
because the wind is so strong.
You're just stuck forever.
I have to get somebody to help me.
That's why you stream so much. Yeah. Because you just get stuck in there because of the wind.
Well, I stream so much because I live in Saskatchewan. There's nothing else to do here.
I gotcha. Yeah.
It's a good thing.
So
it's kept me focused and streaming a lot.
Do you know what an impression is? What is an impression?
Like on social media, or like an impression in person?
On social media.
Yeah, like when you click and you do an impression, like you put a heart on it, or like a happy face.
That's
or
engagement.
Like a thumb.
It's different. Engagement.
I don't know what an impression is.
Okay. So it's okay. All right. So engagement means you like something, retweet or something like that. An impression means that
they clicked on it.
That's engagement. Any kind of thing with somebody engaging with something, any kind of interaction is an engagement. An impression means that somebody literally was imprinted. They saw something. Okay, so in marketing terms, it used to be that if you had 5 impressions, you saw a brand 5 times. Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
You would remember the brand, and you'd be more likely to buy it subconsciously in a store, regardless of whether you agreed with it or not. Okay? So now that everyone has the attention of a goldfish because of social media, that number has gone up.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing so many brands everywhere, too.
Exactly. So it's more like 9 to 14. Okay? So the reason why I say this is because the way that impressions work is that you just told your story about how you thought that most people didn't even know that you ever apologized to PewDiePie. Right. So the reason that happened is because the amount of impressions that happened as a result of the PewDiePie thing, the whole...
I'm so sorry. I kept sitting on my keyboard.
It's okay. It's all right. You don't need to apologize. It's just, I get it. Right?
She's ended the stream before, so I don't want her to hang up or something.
She's just tired of it. Yeah. The impressions are greater on that part of the story than they were for your apology. So
for sure.
Okay, so the more...
Well, like I apologized to him on my stream before. He never even got to see it.
Exactly.
You
right.
know? Yeah, like what was I thinking?
So
I was thinking that somebody would clip it and post it on LSF and it'd get big, but nobody's gonna clip that, right?
Well, even
They're
if
only gonna clip the bad shit. It wouldn't get any. Yeah.
It would be there for 2 days. It'd be gone.
Yeah, and it wouldn't even get like nobody even clipped it.
Yeah, of course.
Let's only clip the horrible things about Alinity.
Right. So.
Well, back then, now it's different. I don't know why.
How an individual perceives someone is based on very old psychology that never changes. Okay, like you build an impression of someone based on pretty simple story elements that you get.
Oh, and then the confirmation bias and everything they see about me is going to confirm what they already believe. I know a lot of psych.
Most people literally think, okay, throws cat, vodka, maybe PewDiePie, right? And then that is enough to build a profile, right? But but it's important to understand why that profile gets built. It's because those are the impressions they have of you.
Yeah, for sure.
If you change the impressions, you change the profile, and then you change their mind.
I need 13 instances of good stuff.
Yes, exactly.
For it to change.
Yes, 9 to 14 instances of a different message, which could be anything, right? One could be redemption arc, one could be funny girl, one could be gamer, one could be Apex Legends pro, right? All of that are different.
It's gonna take me a long time to get to pro, honey. Oh my god, I'm so far from it. I have like 1,000 hours in the game. I'm still like plat. Like I got to diamond once, but
you're on your way. Don't worry. Yeah. But I could tell you understand what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you are.
No, I get it. I understand what you're saying.
And by the way, bad Apex Legends player is also a narrative. That's a story you could tell
like
too.
Casey made, Casey Tron?
Of course.
She did that with League for a long time. Like, she was good at that. I think for me it's more like girl that's decent at video games. That's good enough.
Yeah. I'm saying like you could make a YouTube video titled "The Worst Player in Apex Legends," right? And that could be an impression, right? And then people would make it's like the thing I want to like convey is just how fucking crazy easy it is to change someone's impression. They're goldfish. They really are. Like they like you can just, if you understand this, you can literally control what people think. Not all people, because there will still be a percentage, but I have what's called do you have my stream up?
I can press play. Yeah, I do.
I'm going to draw something for you, okay? I'm going to draw you a picture, Alinity. All right.
Nice.
This is called...
I feel so blessed. Okay. You're going to draw me a picture.
I'm going to draw you a picture, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to... It's not really a picture. It's a line. Okay.
It's a graph. I love graphs.
Oh, you're going to love this. Okay.
Okay.
I call this the 10-10-80 rule, okay?
The 10-10-80.
10-10-80 rule, okay?
Oh, so it adds to 100. Okay, I love it.
It does. It does.
All right.
So this is 80 here in the middle.
Pie chart.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
We need bigger, much bigger.
Bigger, yeah. I gotta make it a giant.
Okay. This is 80. This is 10. Uh-oh. Hang on. Okay. This is 80. This is 10. Okay. So over here, on the far left side here, okay, put in pink, this is love, okay? And then here on the 80, this is neutral. and then in big red letters over here.
The haters.
That's right. So
I think right now I'm 80 haters, 5 love, and maybe 15% neutral.
I'd be willing to bet that you have an abnormal amount of haters, and I would put that in the 15% category.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Because the vast majority of people, you would be surprised, just don't care about anything. They're just they just don't have enough bandwidth.
It's just like the issue is the very, very vocal minority. Like, because you would not believe, like, there's people that I have identified, they've made thousands and thousands and thousands of separate accounts. Like, they dedicate their life to hating on me.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine that? Like, that is so crazy. Like, would you, like, for you to, I just don't understand how a person's brain works for them to, like, find motivation on hating on somebody else. And that's their whole life.
It is also a particular trend I see with female streamers on Twitch, that there seems to be this, like, if I get like a hater, they're just like, man, fuck this guy, fucking business Andy, fucking dumbass, doesn't do anything. And then like they might post like a mean Reddit comment and they go away. But if like a lot of the very popular female streamers, they get like someone like builds a shrine and they're like, I will devote my life to destroying this person. I'm like, holy shit. Like, it is a very different level. And you can never change that, unfortunately. That like unless the gaming industry and the culture changes, you can't change that aspect of it. You're always going to get a bunch of shit for being a female gamer. But
that's always been that way. Like, I've already gotten used to that.
Yeah.
I think like you have to understand that I always had hate. I always had people that called me things.
Mm-hmm.
But sorry, the levels that I was experiencing for 2 years were just like, I can't even explain it to you. Like, it just thousands of messages, thousands of emails every day.
I have just a modicum of an idea based on running an esports team, but it is like a tiny percentage of what you went through. I cannot possibly empathize, because you have, I feel like out of everyone on Twitch, you very well may be the actual like most messaged person, like most out of anyone that has ever gotten harassment on Twitch. I don't know of a single person that's got more than you. That's how I would say it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Which is fucking crazy. Right? Because
I think that one of the reasons why I like always wanted to appear strong is because at some point I felt that I was like the role model on like how to be strong against hate for so many people, because so many like content creators would be like, oh my god, you're so strong, like you're so strong, like you're so strong. And I was like, if I appear weak, people are not gonna think that they can handle with their own hate. Does that make sense? Like I felt like I'd be failing others on like setting up this example of not letting hate destroy me.
The logic follows, but do you feel stronger now, or do you feel weaker? Do you feel stronger than a month ago or weaker than a month ago?
I feel more free.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel more like at peace, I guess.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I got it out of my chest.
So you feel stronger?
Way. Yeah.
So you feel stronger because you were more honest and more authentic?
I felt like before I was like a rock, like a very strong, hard, dense rock. And now more like strong, like a big balloon that's floating in the air.
Chat, with your impression of Alinity after you saw that clip on LSF, do you feel stronger about her or weaker about her than 1 month ago? Do you see the post?
I do.
So why are they saying that?
Maybe because it's more relatable.
Because you don't have to bottle it up inside to be strong.
No, that's true.
You have to be authentic and honest. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, because, you know, like social media, there's always been this Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Let me blow my nose.
It's okay. I don't like where this 80 is, chat. Erase.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly well.
Okay. There's always been this like people have always said that social media is fake, right? Because people only show when they're happy, they only show the good things. And I think that there is this idea, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who are like fake on social media. But there's also this other side of the coin of like not wanting to spread negativity, which has always gotten to me because I've never really wanted to make people sad, you know? Like I have been depressed a lot, and I think this is like something really common amongst people who have felt really really low in their lives, where like the idea of like causing somebody pain hurts me so much more than the pain itself. Like, so I didn't really want it, like my followers and the people that love me, to see me in pain because I didn't want it to hurt them.
But you understand,
and that
now,
was a big reason for me not to opening up.
But do you feel like now, looking back on it with what you know now and what you just saw, do you feel that that's right?
I feel like I caused a lot of people that love me pain.
By opening up like that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Do.
Why do you?
I feel like in a way I made them feel relatable. Like I made them feel like, oh, she feels pain too, so it's okay for me to feel pain as well, and that's a good thing. Like for sure. But I feel like there's a lot of people that felt really sad about the fact that I was so low. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's just so many like layers to it. But like I'm happy I did it. Like I know it was a good thing to do. Like now I understand that. But like at the time and before, I didn't really know what the response from people was going to be like.
I think that empathy is different from weakness and sadness and pain. Does that make sense?
I think there's a big element of empathy for another person feeling their pain.
Yes. And what you did was you created an enormous amount of empathy. More than I think anyone on this platform maybe ever has successfully done for another streamer.
Well, that's really sweet. Thank you. It's because like people sometimes forget that we're humans. Like people will see a content creator as like a robot or something, like somebody who is not allowed to make mistakes, and they'll like judge us to different standards, right? Like when they, as a viewer, like you, whoever is watching this, when you make a mistake, then it's okay. I think I read something about this the other day. It's like when we make mistakes, we attribute different things as like another person making a mistake is just like them being a jerk. It's like something in psychology. And so like when people make their own mistakes, they're like, oh yeah, I just made a mistake, you know? Or like I was having a bad day, or like this kind of stuff. But when they see a content creator make a mistake, they're like, oh my god, that must be just a horrible person. Like it immediately it's like a judgment of character. Whereas like when you do it, it's just like, oh, it's just something you did, but that doesn't define you. But like when there is somebody who is in a high position of like power or followings and stuff like that, and like we do have to be very careful of what we do and what we say, and like not spread certain things, because we do have, you know, like we have a lot of followers, and what we do, like there's a lot of like impressionable people that watch it, but at the same time, like we are also human.
Absolutely. But if you don't show that side, will anybody ever know that?
I have showed that side.
You have now?
No. I have showed it before, like priorly as well. Like the people that watch my stream know that I'm a very sweet person and I'm very caring.
I know they do.
But most people know because the things that got clipped and the things that became big were, you know, other things.
So,
and I think there's a lot of like stereotypes and judgment that goes onto like for example, when somebody joins my stream, they're like, oh, she must have a lot of followers because she's pretty or she has tits, you know? But if I looked a different way and I had other like look differently or something or sounded differently, people will be like, oh, she must be funny, or like she must be good at games, or she must be entertaining. So like they start attributing all these things to me, and it really sucks.
Yes, you can't. Unfortunately, you're a pretty woman. You can't change that attribution because of the way that gaming culture works, and that's a whole nother discussion. Now that said, though, there are some women that successfully do it. 39 Daff, right? Hot Chubby, although they still get it. What I'm saying is,
have they all? I don't know who these people are. Have any of them dated somebody big?
Not publicly. So
See, I've never done that. I've never like I very briefly hung out with some guy.
Okay.
But that was very briefly. And it was I have a question to you.
Okay, yeah.
I have a question to you.
What's the question? Mm-hmm.
So, let's say that you meet somebody and you're just dating. Okay, let's just say you're just dating. There's nothing serious. Nothing has been confirmed. And you decide to travel together somewhere and like get an Airbnb together. Okay?
Yep.
And then one day you hang out with her, you have fun, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day you're like, hey, tonight I don't want to hang out with you. I want to hang out with another girl and I want to bring her here. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a scummy move?
So Are you setting me up for something? Because I don't know.
No. I'm seriously asking because I got pretty pissed. I was mad. I'm Latina. I'm Latina. Was fucking fuming. I was like, what the actual fuck?
I would be pretty upset if somebody...
He gaslighted me so much.
He gaslighted you how?
Oh, yeah. I was crazy.
In what way?
We are not being serious. Like, I was crazy for, like, not thinking this was okay.
If I took a girl that I was dating to an Airbnb, then kicked her out for another girl, that would be a very... that'd be a very...
No, he didn't kick me out.
He just brought a girl there? And he expected a threesome?
No.
He just expected you to sit there while he...
Yeah. Just to be there.
That's fucked up.
In a different room.
That's super fucked up. Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
He was like, you're crazy. Like, why are you acting like this? And the worst part was like, the way that he introduced me to her was very like, oh, today I'm just going to be hanging out with her. And it's just like, oh, okay. And I didn't like find out that was going to happen until it actually happened.
Yeah.
Like he could have told me priorly, like, hey, this is how it's going to be. And I think I would have been more prepared. But yeah, anyway.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I don't know why I went into this conversation.
It's okay.
I just
now.
wanted some kind of like assurance, that like.
I mean, I'm not Dr. Phil. Normally people don't ask me dating questions, but I'm glad I can provide some kind of authority on it. Like it's.
Yeah.
Normally people are asking me about subscriber numbers, but sure. Yeah, I do think it's not nice to do. Or actually, even so, I would get like that would be if I was just dating somebody. And they did that. I mean, if they brought it over another guy, that would be a deal closer for me. I'd be like,
we didn't have any intentions of making it serious, and like I knew that.
If I was sleeping with a girl and she brought another guy to our Airbnb, I'd be done with that girl. That'd be it. I would not talk to that girl again.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like right.
So that's my only experience of like seeing another streamer. And I was like.
I have a very strict policy.
Again.
I never, ever date influencers. Ever. If you, it is, and I think that's the only
chat.
thing. What?
It's not going to happen. All right. Well, I thought something was going to happen here. I'm sorry.
Oh, are we going to get shipped? Look, I love Latina girls. but it is a very firm rule. Okay.
It was a joke.
Got it. It is a very firm rule.
Listen, no, it makes total sense.
It does.
No, seriously,
yeah.
It makes total sense.
It is. No. I think that it's like kept me out of the papers per se, because like it's.
I don't know what that means.
It means that like I think that like the amount it just blows my mind. Like imagining it. Like, okay, you're dating another influencer. They have a stream. You have a stream. You get in a fight. You go on your stream and talk about them. They go on their stream and talk about you. Your viewer bases like clash like some fucking 300 battle, and like it's a nightmare. It's a shit show. Plus, I can only deal with someone being like only one person in the relationship.
Like, relationships are already so complicated.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and you have to add all this stuff to it.
Relationship is so complicated, and then you add this whole level of like being publicly in a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel bad. The stuff that my girlfriend has to go through to like just deal, and she's not an influencer at all, but that she has to deal with just because I'm an influencer is already
like, do people talk about shit to her and stuff?
No, they don't know her. We hide her. Some people in the chat know who she is, but they're very chill.
We hide her. Do you have her in a closet somewhere?
It's just she's a person that doesn't, and I date deliberately in this direction, right? But like she's a person that doesn't want that kind of attention.
Like, I'll tell you, if I didn't make my living through this, I wouldn't even have social media.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, I 100%
get it.
The thing is, like, right now, anybody that, like, goes into streaming, they know what they're signing up for. You know, they're like, oh, okay, I want this lifestyle. I want to be, like, a social media person. But, like, for me, it wasn't that. I was playing video games in, like, a niche, tiny little category of the world where nobody was going to find me. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's what I signed up for. I want that back.
It'll probably never come back in the way that you want it, but I vibe with this so hard because I want the exact same thing. Anyone that has been a longtime viewer of my stream will tell you I've always just wanted about like 1,000 concurrent viewers. And I don't want to ever be like a 10K Andy.
That was so great. That was so great. And
it's like just enough people who love you, know what you,
OTOS, amazing. I just felt so free and happy, and like I wasn't afraid of getting DMCA. I'm at 2 strikes right now. I'm like freaking out. I'm like,
we can talk about that.
If I sing a song, hey, question.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think about this?
Okay.
I got 2 strikes.
Yeah.
From 2 separate clips of the same moment.
Okay.
It counts as 2 strikes. Do you think it should? Bullshit.
I don't think any clips should count as DMCA strikes, but I also am not a lawmaker. But also, those can probably be contested if we could have a conversation about that.
Yeah, we need to have a conversation about that.
Because there's a lot you can do.
It's the same song, the same stream, the same moment.
Have you seen my DMCA list? I'm gonna send you a very big list of things of many informations. Do you play like top music?
Well, not anymore. I used
don't do
to. Now I don't even play any music.
You can play music, you just can't play music that's like 50 Cent or 39 Beavers or whatever you kids are into these days.
Well, I'll tell you something. I got permission to stream DEFCON 1, which is like hardstyle, which is very underground and stuff. I had permission by the company to stream the event. They DMCA'd me by accident. And I can't think of anything more underground than hardstyle.
Contest it. Why did
I know I did, and I got it taken down. Yeah, I would be banned if I wouldn't have. I'm so scared. I'm so paranoid about that shit now.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be. The DMCA is one of the.
I can't take a chance. And it's from a clip from like 2017. Like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, even YouTube copyright strikes disappear. Yeah, it's crazy. Twitch is so far behind like the DMCA stuff. I've made a lot of videos about this and will continue to talk about it. I totally agree.
It just fucking sucks.
Yeah, 100%. Crazy Novavu, thank you, man. Okay, so back to brand building a little bit.
Yeah.
I
keep getting sidetracked.
No, it's okay. That's like it's okay. Like,
okay.
I like talking to you. Like, I'm having a good time. That's a big cup.
I'm Colombian. I drink a lot of coffee.
Is that?
Is it a big cup or is it a tiny girl?
Ooh, I don't know. Do you drink yerba mate? Is that a thing in Colombia?
No, I don't drink yerba mate, but I know what it is.
Oh my god, the way she said it just made me feel so white. Holy shit. I was like, do you drink yerba mate? And she's like, no, I don't drink yerba mate. Like, she's like, I was like, you just pronounced it so perfectly. I was like, oh god, I can't be here. How do you drink yerba mate? Yerba mate? How do you pronounce it? Do it again.
Yerba?
Yerba?
Mate.
Mate. Oh my god. This is 8 years of Spanish, and I can ask like kind of adios queso de pantalones. That's the sentence I know.
You just said pan cheese.
Goodbye
cheese pants.
Goodbye cheese pants.
Oh, okay.
That's the phrase I got.
Cheese pants is like not a thing. They're gonna think that you have cheese in your pants, and that's not gonna be a good thing.
No. Pants made of cheese.
Yeah, no, they're just not gonna understand you in South America.
Okay, then I won't go for that. No. Yeah, and I kind of know how to ask where the bathroom is.
You're to try.
You will try. See, this is why I stick to brand building, Alinity. I do marketing. I don't speak Spanish.
All right.
Okay, so the title of my video about you is going to be The Truth About Alinity. I've already decided. Okay?
Okay.
And there is going to be I'm not like the biggest person in the world, especially on YouTube, but there is going to be some tens of thousands of people whose minds are changed by this conversation. Just by virtue of it, just by us talking, right?
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. You're making a video about this.
Yes, but
cool.
But in here is the concept.
Yeah, that I should do it.
Yeah.
I just feel like people are more likely to watch it if it's not mine.
No, that's not true. It's the opposite.
Well, here's the
Defender
thing.
always has the advantage. The reason you're feeling that way is because there's people so much bigger than you that are posting it.
Hey, I either haven't titled the videos properly or something, because I have this interview with Destiny, and I do think it didn't get titled properly.
It got 154K views. It got so much. It made a big difference. It's one of these.
Destiny's video, he uploaded it.
Yeah,
and he had more views on it.
Yeah, but you had 110K, which relative to your channel is your most viewed video.
Oh, you're right. I haven't checked. I don't go
because
on YouTube
Luna's
anymore.
birthday highlights.
Look.
Doggy cake baking has 8K because that's shit marketing. Okay, all right. Like,
but it's cute.
It might be, but nobody wants to cook it.
I know, but hey, so not everything is about how many views it gets.
Yes, it is. That is what everything's about. Like when I search on Destiny Alinity, okay, his video has
how many? The same amount of views. I don't see it.
Does he have a video?
Maybe he doesn't have it. Okay, maybe it doesn't have it.
Uh-oh.
Maybe somebody else uploaded it. I don't know. I saw. Okay, I might be talking out of my ass. I just have this idea. Maybe I've convinced myself that people are not gonna watch it if I upload it. Maybe that's the excuse. See, here's the thing, and this is my problem with YouTube. And you're not gonna believe what I'm about to tell you, but I am very cool about streaming and talking and stuff like that. But when it comes to pressing the record thing and knowing that I'm recording a video, I just can't do it. I'm so cringy, man. And I don't understand the reason for it.
I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah,
I'm super comfortable on stream.
It's just I'm not performing for an audience. I'm performing for a camera, and it's just it's different.
You want to know how you solve that?
How?
You have your same talk on Twitch, and you upload that talk to YouTube.
Okay, here's my problem.
That is literally...
There's all these low motherfuckers who will start sending donations. If I don't thank them, if I don't reply to the donos, they're just like, Alinity, answer the donation! Alinity, he donated $10. Say thank you to this person.
I feel like you're getting progressively
in my ear right here.
I feel like you're getting progressively more Latina the more that we talk. It's a sliding scale. So I don't you have a period after. Okay, here's what I do. All right,
No. I see totally what you mean.
Yeah, I do.
100%. That's
I shut off my donations.
I joke a lot about things. I'm not dismissing what you're saying. No, I have to do that. Yeah, I have to do that.
I shut off all my donations. I shut off everything, and my viewers know. And then after, I do a 10-minute talk, and then after that, I thank everybody.
Yeah, that's what I should do.
And then you lose all you lose all the discomfort. Hell yeah, fuck yeah, and you lose all the discomfort of that, because I'm the same way. You put me in front of a camera, I'm like, duh! Like I immediately turn into like a fucking blob.
Just like, yes. But just knowing that I'm hanging out with people, and then people, it's like a life thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a performer. Like I don't know.
A different kind of entertainer.
Yeah, it's different.
And a lot of my best videos come from this.
Okay.
And yours will too.
It's funny because I've met with influencers that only do YouTube for like collaborations where there's live streaming, and they freak out. They're like, oh my God, this is live. I can't make any mistakes. And they just like freeze and get anxiety.
Oh yeah, because most people like they I had a bad joke. They take out the bad thing that they do in editing. I was gonna say they take out the cat throw in editing, but you can't do that. I was like, obviously, I'm just joking.
We can joke about it. We can totally joke about it. See, that's the thing. Like, there's a difference between joking and I had a lot of people that like apologized to me for like making memes and joking and stuff like that, and like
because they don't know they can be harmful
about it. Yeah, but it's different, like, because it's not harmful for the joke itself, but the fact that other people will come and be like animal abuser or stuff like that, you know, like there's people that don't know how to joke.
Yeah, Trainwrecks has a really good description of this. He says people can't read the room. Yeah, that's
there's so many people that have,
you know what I mean, like reading the room.
Oh yeah,
like
but like not everybody has the social skills to like recognize like nonverbal and like intentions,
especially
like
behind a computer with no social interaction.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep, 100%.
It sucks that like there's so many people like that these days. I just got forced. Like I didn't want to go to school. My parents were like, they dropped me off and they drove out, and I had no choice but to like interact with other humans.
Is that your story? Is that how you?
Oh, dude, my first day of school was horrible.
Why?
Because it's the first and only time in my life I've seen my dad mad. Because I cried. I didn't want to stay.
You didn't want to stay because you were scared?
I don't know. I was so little. I was like 5.
Mm-hmm. You just remember the feeling.
It's one of the first memories I have. So my parents drove me to school, and I like didn't want to get out of the car, and I cried and I cried and I cried. And my dad drove back to the house, and he was so mad at me that I started begging him to take me back because he was so mad. And then he just drove there, and he just like threw me out of the car, and I was just there like at the entrance. Didn't even walk me to the class.
That's brutal.
It was horrible. Why did he do that? Maybe because he was probably crying in the inside too.
Oh, it sounds like this whole you know, if I may make an assumption here, it sounds like this whole holding it in thing is natural to your family.
It's like a family thing.
Because your dad does that too.
Well, you have to understand, I grew up like middle class, like middle high. Okay, I grew up high class Colombia, but high class in Colombia looks like middle class in the United States. Yeah, it's very different. But anyway, and family and what people think of you is very important. You don't talk about anything. And this was like growing up, you know, like with anorexia and like mental health and stuff like that was so hard for me because it was things that like it was just like hush, like don't talk about it, don't say anything, don't mention it, you know? And like I grew up thinking that I was the only person in the entire world that like dealt with depression and anxiety and like that kind of stuff. Because I never had any like role models or anyone to talk to me about that stuff and tell me like, hey, you're not the only person feeling this way. And if you go to my channel, the trailer is actually a video that I filmed back in like 2016, 17, where I talk about mental health. And that was before like PewDiePie, any drama, anything. It was before, it was like, and that was because I felt like I wanted to be that for other people. Like I wanted to be the person that other people said like, oh, if she made it, if she can handle depression, if she can handle the things that she's handled, then I can do it too. And I'm not alone. And I'm not crazy for feeling this way.
I think you can.
Didn't have that.
I think you can be that beacon, but it doesn't require you to hold everything in and not tell people what you're authentically feeling. It's actually the opposite.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because
now I know that.
Yeah.
Now I know that. But how could I have learned that if it wasn't because of that?
You had to go through it. Had to go through it. One of the things that really impresses me about Dr. K is just how viscerally he feels things, right? Like you will see him just become full of emotion about something like Byron, where he will just unapologetically weep, right? Like in the most like human way possible. And I think that's why a lot of people don't know this. I was the first person to interview Dr. K. When he had 20 viewers, he emailed me and was like, I'm trying to do a mental health thing on Twitch. And we did like 5 streams together, right? And and then he was like, I should do this with other people. And I'm like, yeah. And we talked about Byron. We talked about like a bunch of people he could go see. And then Byron took him onto the map. The rest was history, right? And like I've been with and Dr. K, like I have so much respect for him, and I've been watching him since he had those 20 viewers and went to 20,000. I was trying to think about like what endeared him so quickly to the Twitch community, and I really do think it's that authenticity. I think it's that just that unapologetic honesty of how he feels.
Yeah.
And you have something similarly very powerful in that same message and telling that story. Because you are in a very unique position on Twitch. Nobody's like you.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Well, and I'm a person that like feels emotions very strongly.
Yeah, I can tell.
I've always been like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel emotions really strongly, and like things really affect me. So this has been like really difficult for me to deal with.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so like I would even go so far to say like you have like an obligation. Like I use that word like that's like a strong. Like if you really feel like you want to be a beacon, a responsibility. If you want to feel like you have a beacon to the mental health world and the people that are going through harassment. And by the way, the other women who don't think they have what it takes because they don't want to put up with this harassment, you come out and you show that you have emotion, you show that you're authentic, and you tell that story. You have to.
Yeah.
And you tell it on mediums where people can watch it for the rest of time on YouTube. You tell it on those places. And you instruct your editors.
Heavy, man.
But it's true.
It's just heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
It's super heavy. And then what happens is people stop looking at you as the girl that yeeted a cat, and instead they look at you as a person who yeeted a cat, but now went through some of the worst harassment ever, and is a beacon for mental health and strength on this platform. That's your direction. That's why you shouldn't quit. That's why you should like whenever you're depressed and whenever you feel really bad, you should remember that you are right now in a position where you can inspire positively tens of thousands of people. The spotlight is on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a good way.
It's just hard because I don't know how I like. What is the word? Like merge that with the content that I like to do on Twitch, which is like play games and have fun.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that you start a Dr. K stream and every day you come out and like today we're talking,
but
right?
Yeah,
this is
like,
just a few talks every once in a while.
If you ever watch my streams when I get what game, like it's very funny, it's very happy.
Yeah.
And like that's what I need and that's what I like. And I like it that way.
And I think that you keep that going, by the way, because that's what you love. You love just having a community of people that play games with you. And but occasionally you have one of these talks on your stream. You make sure it gets to YouTube, and you title it well, and you're off to the races. This is not like a total change in your brand. This is just you starting to take control.
Yeah, I think like this whole thing that happened has like made me a little insecure about saying the wrong thing.
Yeah.
To the point where like sometimes it's even paralyzing because like I'm just so afraid of saying the wrong thing at times. Because like I'm like English is not my first language and I don't want it to seem like an excuse, but sometimes I will say things that I don't mean or the words don't come out right.
People meme this. My girlfriend, her first language is Tagalog as a Philippine.
Yeah, Filipino.
Yeah. And I sometimes wonder what percentage of what I say gets to her. I'm like I don't know if like I say like a full sentence and I'm like like it's just like I don't know but she's very well spoken and she's incredibly intelligent, because when I get her into a corner and she needs to talk, I'm like, holy shit, like this is a very smart woman. But like people underestimate how hard it is for English second language people, because they think in fucking Spanish or they think in Tagalog. Yeah, they're thinking like bibbidi bobbidi boo, but like they want to say like it's a great day outside, right? Like it's like it's like
for me it's easy hard. Because like I learned English since I was young, so like it's not that bad, but I do have moments in which I just don't know how to like transmit something. Like right now, I don't know how to like transmit a message to, and the word is not transmit. So I will use another word that is similar to it, that has a meaning that could be interpreted that way.
Yeah.
And then maybe that word that I'm using in exchange to the word that I can't find in my brain will have a different meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and yet I know like you've understood flawlessly every concept I've explained to you so far. And you because you go back and you repeat it, but the first time you tell me, it's like it would sound like to someone that you didn't understand it, but you do. I know you do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, totally.
Like you're like in your head you're getting it, but you might not necessarily have the right words.
Oh yeah, like I get the concept.
Yeah.
And the problem is because there are certain things that you can't say in a language that you can't say in another language, and my brain is a Spanish brain, and my Spanish brain gets super triggered when I want to say something a certain way, and I can't like use the availability of the English vocabulary in order to transmit that message that I want to transmit.
Isn't it also true?
I will try to go around it and try to use other words to like make some sort of message that is cohesive, and people will think that I'm out of my mind.
Isn't it also
just look at me like, what?
Isn't it also true that when you when Spanish people like get excited, they speed up, right? Like they start talking faster,
and louder.
So it's hard for you too, because you want to speed up in English, but you don't have the words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm boiling up.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially because in our culture, it's a very like outwardly emotion culture.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like there are cultures and like I always think of like Japanese people where they like they hold in their emotion inside and then they process it. But for me to process an emotion, I have to do an outward like expression in order for the emotion to like flow through me. It's like a very like energy thing.
Yeah,
it's hard to explain.
Whenever I see like some nematode in my chat that like says some like incredibly dumb thing about like business, I feel that boil up, and then I just like that, right? Like, but it's like I'm able to use English to like take me along that route, and like if I couldn't do that, I would get that frustration. So I feel that.
Oh yeah, and like I mean, I've been in Canada for 10 years, and I went to college here, so I had to study with other people that, you know, speak English as their first language. So it's not that hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have to pee. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. This is going very well. Like I am super, super happy with this talk. It is exactly what I wanted it to be. I really do feel like we're onto something here, and I think she'll start doing stuff. That's I'm very happy. It's super good. Also, tons of positivity. Thank you. I'm also gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'm sure you can tell her.
Hi, chat. I actually can't see you guys, but hi. I mean, I could read chat, I guess. Oh, I don't know. Are you guys being nice? Yeah, you guys are not. Yeah, okay. Debate it. Thanks for the $5, Fraycore. Does he usually take a long time going to the bathroom? I'm very fast. Hi, baby. Oh, hi.
Hey.
Hello.
You're not streaming this?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
You can if you want.
I don't know. It's better this way.
All right, I trust you.
It feels less work.
All of your cats came back.
I know.
Yes. The one that gets on, that's Milo, you said?
Yeah, that's Milo. That's the cat that I eat it. Sometimes I want to say, because Y in English, in Spanish is j.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to say jeeted, but it's yeeted.
Yeeted? What? So when did you learn English?
I went to a bilingual school when I was young.
Did you learn them at the same time, but mainly spoke Spanish?
Yeah, like I went to I went to a bilingual school, and it's like full immersion from you're 5 until you're 18. So I went to the same school for 14 years.
Why are
it's a
her
fucking
legs
pain in the ass.
being chroma keyed? Why are her legs being chroma keyed? Do I have a filter
It's
on?
because there's probably this is probably like really greenish.
Wait.
Because it's reflecting on your chroma key that I see.
You shouldn't have a chroma key.
Oh.
I fixed it, right, chat? I think I was chroma keying this filter. Yeah. Okay. That was dumb. Yeah. I was chroma keying that filter because someone had a green screen. I don't remember. Someone had a green screen on our... He finally fixed it. Nobody was saying anything.
I noticed it earlier, but I thought it was funny.
Oh. I didn't even notice it. Yeah, because I have a separate input, and I think someone... Was it S-Fan? I don't remember. It was S-Fan. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Because I use a green wall. I'm in an office, right?
Oh,
I don't stream in my house because that would be crazy.
You don't stream in your house?
Never. No. I like this is my office, right, for my company. So yeah. I have like a studio here. And
see, for me, I like streaming not to feel like a job. Like I actually enjoy it just to be like, this is just for fun.
I don't like working.
Like, what's the point? What's the point of having a fun job if you don't just do it for the fun?
What's the point of having a fun job if you don't just do it for the fun? Like,
you know, like there's decisions that I've made in my Twitch career that haven't been the smartest ones. I could have played League of Legends. I could have played Fortnite, but I didn't enjoy those things. Yeah. So what would have been the point of like doing something that I love if I don't fully embrace it for what I love it?
Okay. I feel like my take on this is that I don't know if I enjoy sometimes I enjoy streaming and sometimes I don't. But I always think of things...
You might not. And you know what? I think that's actually a good thing because you're able to make decisions like purely business.
Well, I make this... So my stream isn't like a for-profit thing. It ends up being it because people choose to sub and donate. I don't know why. I never do CTAs. I never ask them to. I never say we're 5 subs from 10,000 or whatever. Right?
Yeah, I don't do that either.
Yeah.
But I don't do that not because I don't like it. I do that because I don't want to seem like I'm asking for it, you know?
Yeah. I'm a little bit the same way, but also I stream because I genuinely want to contribute something informational and positive to the community.
No, that's awesome. Like you're very into like wanting to share your knowledge with other people.
Yeah, and also to learn with them.
That's really
right?
Cool.
Because I don't know everything. So so like also a lot of the time, actually my most enjoyable part of streaming is when I am trying to figure something out with my community. And we're like trying to break something down.
Do you find sometimes that like voicing your thoughts out loud, even not getting any feedback from people, but it helps you work through the problem and find out the solutions yourself? Yeah.
Always. This is why like if you teach something, you will always know that thing better than if you just like if you just listen to it. Yeah, and if you put it into practice.
That makes so much sense.
100%. Yeah, I think about that a lot. So I view it as like I don't think that happiness is my primary objective in like business. I think that like making a positive impact is, but that's just my own like personal like.
Maybe you get joy from that. You know,
I think ultimately I get a sense of like peace and stability, right?
Yeah.
That like, but like my real like to be honest with you, 100%. And this is gonna sound like super bad, but like my real joy in life is just potatoing and playing video games. Like that's my fucking jam. I love, but I don't play video games like you play Zoomer video games. Like Apex is a Zoomer game. Like I play games like EVE Online and Path of Exile. Those are the two. Actually, those are the only two games I play.
I can speedrun Donkey Kong for the one for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I can speedrun the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew someone that could do that.
I played that game a lot, but like, but I don't play it enough because it's like okay, I speedrun it every like few years, and you know, I got a Super Nintendo when I was little. And my dad was really against me playing video games.
Why?
My mom, because it was bad for your brain or something. It rotted your brain or some shit.
Yeah, it turns out it's the opposite, right?
My mom loved video games. So she bought a Super Nintendo. We like hid outside the house while my dad was taking his siesta, because my dad used to take a siesta every Sunday after lunch. So we like left the house. We snuck out. We bought a Super Nintendo with the Donkey Kong, the one that came with Donkey Kong. We put it in the attic. And every time my dad was sleeping, we'd go to the attic and play this game. And it was the only game I had. So I played it so many times. So that's how I started gaming with my mom.
That's a really cool story. And then you played games after that? Your dad eventually became okay with it, or?
My mom actually she bought my dad Tetris.
Yeah.
And that's how we got my dad into like accepting video games as like an intellectual thing. My dad he's a lawyer, and he's very like intellectual guy. So my mom was able to be like, oh, this is like a puzzle game and it's good for you and it keeps your brain sharp and stuff. And my dad got really into Tetris. And so that's kind of how he was okay with it. But I didn't go like full on gamer until my parents separated. And I was like alone with my mom. I got like a PS2 and then I got a 64. And I really like the PS2 because like in Colombia, it was so expensive getting games. And I was able to like get them for really cheap. So that was when I really started gaming, when I got the PS2.
And you said you got really into World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah, but that was later on. I got into World of Warcraft because I used to play DDR.
Okay.
Dance Revolution at the mall.
I played DDR a ton as well.
Every single day. Single day after school, I would go to the mall and play DDR. And I got to meet a lot of people there that used to go to like a cafe internet. Because in Colombia, like nobody could afford their own computer. Like it's too expensive, or like internet. It was really shit. So we would like, I met these guys and we would all go together. Like we would go play DDR and then we'd go to the cafe internet. And we would play like Age of Mythology and like the old Counter-Strike. And that's how I started playing WoW.
I see. So I played DDR as well every single day, basically. And then
I have a pad.
Oh man,
like
I used to have one for the longest time. Then
it broke, though.
Have you played Just Dance?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like DDR on steroids.
I love
Just Dance. Holy shit. I'm like 5-star every song. And I have like a Connect, and I just I
don't play it anymore.
Why?
I have like Just Dance PTSD.
Wait, how?
Shaky, 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 shaky.
Wait, what happened? What's wrong with Just Dance?
Oh my god, he doesn't know.
What do I not know? What did you do?
How does he not know? Like, how does he not know? Do you live under a rock?
My chat will tell me. Oh, you had an accident.
I did.
I see.
A big one.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
That's I'm not
that one really actually sucked. That
Why?
one actually really sucked. Because people were really mean to me about it. And like people made fun of my body. Yeah. It was mean. It was really mean. There was a lot of crying that day. That whole night. I thought I was gonna die.
Holy shit. I mean, it...
Yeah. I was in a lot of pain. Plus, I had been drinking that day. And so I really felt the pain that night. And then the next day I woke up and I was like, you know what? Like the whole internet saw. And like it's funny because there are people that think that I did that on purpose. And like I gotta tell you, man, like if I had the opportunity to show my boobs to the world, they would look good. It wouldn't be like
You know what's really weird about marketing? If you had just taken a picture of your boobs.
I know, I wanted to do that.
Everybody would freak out. They'd be like, "Oh my god!"
I'm just gonna show my boobs to everyone.
That was didn't Lady Gaga do that? Wasn't that like her? I sound like I'm advocating for this. I'm not.
No. But like, see, the thing is, like, I'm actually like a very private person. Like, people think that because of how I am and how I act and stuff like that, I've had like 6 people that I've had sex in my whole life. Like, I'm very like. I'm not gonna say I'm a prude. Like I love my body, but there are certain things that I just don't like and I just don't enjoy. And so like that really affected me. And for some people that might not have been a big deal, but I didn't have a plan on like the whole world seeing my body like that.
Exactly. What I'm saying, like for me, I always think about, and this is coming from a fucking, I can't win. Because I sound like I'm like, geez, Alinity, you should really show your
No,
but that's not what I'm saying.
We were talking about this before, like owning it, like the same thing with like the whole like Ice Queen.
I don't think you should take a picture topless, though. I'm not saying that, right? But I'm just thinking it's an interesting thing. Yeah, it's an interesting.
I understand, and I thought about it too. I thought about it.
It's an interesting marketing perspective that people would just see your breasts and be like, damn, like that's because they look good, but then like on a slip, everybody makes fun of it.
Well, and it's that perspective horrible. Like I was memeing and I was making like a face, and it was just like it was not like a. How do you say something? It
was not
good?
ideal.
Like, yeah. It was not an ideal angle and everything.
Yes.
There's very little light, so it also looks like a certain way. It just doesn't look anything like what it actually looks like, and that's what made me mad. You know?
And I guess we'll never know. No, I'm kidding. I guess we'll never know otherwise. No, I'm kidding. Holy shit. You're
gonna get in trouble with your girlfriend, man.
No, it's okay. She knows my she's very understanding.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really cool.
I think that I think that I'm sad that like ruined your like Just Dance, because I love Just Dance so much.
I did too.
That it is, but
there's also like a stigma, you know, with like a girl playing Just Dance. On Twitch.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think there is. I was like one of the first girls to play I think I might have been the first person to play Just Dance on Twitch.
Really?
Oh.
What year was it?
2014.
Maybe. I mean, you're the first.
Like person like over like 500 viewers for sure. For sure, because I played it.
I was gonna say you're probably the first like significant person to do it.
It was super hard to stream because it needed like something different than like just a capture card. It was like really complicated getting the Wii to like send video and like stuff. Like I don't remember what it was necessary, but it was like a little harder back in the day because dude,
I'm so sad that they discontinued the Connect. Because that is like objectively the best way to play Just Dance.
I have a Connect just
I do
for
too.
that.
That's all I bought a Connect for, 100%.
That's the only reason I have an Xbox.
I
don't play anything else on my Xbox.
I will literally go on eBay and I will buy another Connect the minute mine fails just to have it for Just Dance.
Promise me something. If we ever meet in real life, okay, we'll play Just Dance.
If you want to get absolutely destroyed, then yes, we can do that. But I don't. Okay. I'm afraid of. Okay, because I'm also a competitive dancer.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
You dance? Like,
oh, yeah.
You're like a good dancer. Oh, really?
Yes.
Because, like, I took dance classes in Colombia because, like, it's like math in Colombia. Like, you have to take dance your whole life.
It is?
Oh, yeah. It's like you're required. It's like physical education. Like, dance class is like every week you take dance class. It's like part of the schedule, the curriculum. You have to pass dance class. So I took dance classes like growing up, but I know how to salsa and like.
It's part of a public school education.
Oh, in private, everything.
That's
you don't
amazing.
know how to dance in Colombia, you're never gonna be anybody in life. No, it's serious. You're never gonna get a girlfriend. You're never gonna like. It's very important, especially where I'm from. Like Cali is like, I'm from a city called Cali in Colombia.
Okay.
And it's the capital of the world in salsa. Like you have to know how to dance, otherwise you're gonna have no social life.
That's great. Oh my God. Yeah, I love dancing is one of the, so I actually started when I was like 4 years old. I started martial arts, and I did martial arts my entire life. And I competed at a national level in the United States, and like I got really into it. But I had this like period in my life where I was starting to get older, right? So so when you're doing this is before I found jiu-jitsu, but like when you're doing like contact martial arts, injury just becomes a huge problem. Because like you're just gonna get messed up. So there was a certain point where I couldn't do martial arts anymore, like at that level. And
how old were you?
At the level that I stopped doing martial arts.
Yeah.
Stopping competitive martial arts, I was like 22.
Oh, okay.
And after that, I started realizing that it's not that I was aging out, just that I realized that like. And there was also the meta was changing too, because when I did martial arts, it was all what was called kumite, which is like one-on-one point-based system. And now martial arts, when you think martial arts, is UFC. And like,
I don't even think that. I used to have martial arts. I think like I didn't grow up in North America. I think
okay, that's good. Like I think a lot of people
that's what I think.
I think a lot of people think UFC, and like an average UFC fighter today could beat me at my best.
I don't like that. I don't
because
like
they're just these muscular, like testosterone, like fucking tanks, and they like scratch and bite and shit, and like they and like so I did like very traditional like martial arts, was like point-based system. So as I was aging out, we were also moving into that UFC meta, and I didn't want to go into that because I felt like I'd get fucked up, head trauma, all kinds of stuff like that.
Well, the first time I saw it, I don't even know if it's UFC. No, that's boxing. I saw when Mike Tyson ripped the guy's ear, and I was like, I'm never watching anybody fight ever again.
The problem with boxing is head trauma. It's the same as with traditional martial arts. So you take too many shots to the head. Yep, you get CTE, and then and like you look at a lot of boxers that are late in their careers, and like they can't think. And I didn't want to do that. I was terrified of that.
That's the thing. Like you don't want to destroy your body,
right? Because you can't get it back.
The way,
and so I knew that if I took a really hard hit to the head, that could happen. So I transitioned from martial arts to dance because they're pretty similar. Oh. And that's how I got really into dance. What kind of dance?
Like what genres?
Genres. I do a style called Milky Way and like Galaxy, which is like a sort of modern form of disco. Have you seen the video?
No, link it.
Okay, yeah.
I really want to see this.
Oh God. Okay, this is. I'll link it on your Discord.
Link it on the chat. I'm gonna click on what your mod posted. It's gonna be it.
What? Someone linked
it. Learning the Jungle live commentary. Is that what I'm looking at? Wait.
This one? This? I linked you on Discord.
Okay. No, but I need to open it on the other computer.
Where do I link you? Oh, you want it in chat?
Link it in your chat.
There you go.
There you go. Oh yeah, this was it.
So it's
that's kind of cool. I like the feet stuff. It makes me think of like Michael Jackson.
There's a little bit of that. Yeah. So I really liked I can't play it, chat. YouTube will nail it if we do it. Sorry. I really liked.
Okay, it's kind of cool. It's really cool. I like it.
Okay, so the idea behind this dance. So I have traditional hip hop.
I like a lot the.
Traditional hip hop is very closed in. Okay, it's like you're kind of staying. So if you draw a square, hip hop is very like here. Okay. You don't really in hip hop. You don't really reach out. You don't.
You know how to move your hips?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like honestly, there's a lot of. Oh my God, I'm gonna get flamed for this. People here in Canada don't know how to move their hips. Like there's people that know how to dance, and they go to the club and like they cannot move their hips. Like I don't understand why. And it really triggers me.
I think it takes a lot of. I think for men, it takes a lot of practice to get. With women, they've just got it. They've got that.
Well, because that's how we walk.
Exactly,
kind of.
And you've got it's the curvature of the body, and like when women move their hips and dance, oh my god, it's so good, right? And like men also look good like that too, but they don't know intuitively how to do that, right? And like So the way that I learned I wanted to dance was I wanted to do big moves because I felt like that style of dancing went out in like the 70s. And like I thought it was cool, but a little bit lame. Like people would do like the whole like thing like that. And I'm like, this is cool, but a little bit lame. And like, so can we add more to it? And that was how we built the Milky Way style. Yeah.
That's cool. I know, I dig it. Totally.
Awesome. Yeah. So I did that, and then that was like the transition for martial arts. So I've always loved dance.
It's a good transition, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. I never really did much body related. Like I did some dancing in high school, a little bit, just because I had to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried tennis, and I was terrible at it. I tried volleyball, and I was scared of the ball. Like, no. Like seriously, the ball would come to me and I'd be like, ah! And I would get out of the way. Like it was like a reaction of like, I don't know, I couldn't do it. But now I do yoga and I really like yoga. It's really great.
Oh my god. I'm the hugest yoga person ever. This is actually crazy. I only hot yoga. I love like hot yoga.
I do hot yoga too. It's the only thing I do.
I love hot yoga so much.
And so much, so delicious.
Do you do Bikram or do you do Vinyasa?
I do both. Mm-hmm. So my class has like just the moto class, which is like Bikram.
Yeah. And
then we have like a flow class, which is a vinyasa because you do like down dog, then you go down, then you up dog, and that stuff. That's vinyasa flow, right?
Vinyasa flow would be down dog into like up dog into sun salutation. Yeah.
Class like that. Yeah, I do I do that too.
And then hatha is standing.
I don't know.
So Bikram is a very specific style. It's 90 minutes, no water, and it's 27 poses. I think 26.
I've never done that before.
I think Bikram is
no water.
Yeah, I think Bikram is way worse than hot yoga. Hot yoga is like a 60 to 90 minute class.
Yeah, we do 60 to 90.
Yeah, that's great.
40 Celsius.
Yeah, take water if you. I don't know what that is because I live in freedom units, but like I assume that's hot. But like it, like around 115
to around 100. Yeah, it's probably around
40
100.
40 Celsius too. 104. Okay. Yeah, I usually run like 115 to like 120.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It gets hot, but
I mean these Canadian people can't handle that, honestly.
COVID destroyed everything. Like I
think it's open now here again.
Hot yoga is open?
Yeah, we have like no cases of corona in my city.
Dude, I'm so sad. I'm so I don't know when I don't know if our hot yoga studio is ever going to open again.
Going back. Yeah, Saskatchewan does really well because nobody travels here.
Uh-huh.
Like people don't really travel.
It's not a tourist location.
It's like the anti-tourist location.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
Farming and agriculture. Like nobody comes here, so we never really had. Like I think the total cases over all of of corona in total we've had is like 200.
Mm-hmm. That's insane. I'm so sad.
We've always had like under 10 cases in the city.
And they've
controlled it really well.
My two favorite things in the universe, which are jujitsu and dancing, are both closed like indefinitely. Sorry, jujitsu and yoga. Excuse me.
California?
What's that?
In California?
No, I live in Seattle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like jujitsu and hot yoga. What's that?
Yeah, you guys got pretty fucked there too with corona, though.
We were the first people to get fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're getting refucked. It's like, well, actually, the fucking never stopped. And it's just going back up. Yeah.
Graphs. I love graphs. It's like, oh, I love graphs.
I also love graphs. Obviously, yeah.
I cannot sit through a lecture, but if you want to give me a graph, I will analyze it and I love it.
Okay. When we're doing brand lessons, I'll give you graphs then. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay. But like my two favorite things, yoga and jiu-jitsu, are just I literally don't know when they will reopen. They're just gone. I'm so sad.
Yeah. And you shouldn't take the risk, honestly. Like if I lived where you live, I would not leave my house.
Really?
But I'm really lucky. Like there and like I live in you just have to you don't even understand where I live. Like I can go to the
What is
mall and never encounter anybody.
what
Like I
is the
can go to the
name
grocery
of where you live?
Saskatoon.
What?
Saskatoon with a K.
Sask
The
Is this
province
it?
is called Saskatchewan and the city is called Saskatoon.
So you're just in the middle of like a field. It looks like a city to me. There's a Walmart.
Yeah, it's a city. Of course, there's lots of things, but it's very empty. Like everything is very empty. Like I've gone to like California and the United States and things, and like you go to the store and there's people everywhere. Like if I go to the grocery store, maybe I encounter one person in an aisle.
This is where
Maybe two, but that's pushing it.
this is where I lived for 8 years. Is Incline Village, Nevada. And this is a small town. This is 300 to 400 people. And
But the thing is, it's very open here.
Yeah.
Very wide. And like you just don't see that many people.
I get it. Yeah. I just like I lived in like the fucking woods. Like bears, ghosts, everything.
Okay, no bears, no.
Yeah, yeah. Like that like there's very small and there's ultra small. Yeah, I lived in like it's like Tahoe. It is.
Yeah, like big city. It is a big city, but there's just not a lot of people outside. Like it's very big, so people are really spread out. So your chances of like encountering someone, they're very low. Plus, it's a city that it gets really cold here. Like it gets like -40, which is the same in Celsius and Fahrenheit. So, it gets really cold. So people are used to like being indoors a lot, and like people don't really go out very much.
Yeah, because it gets so cold.
Oh yeah, it gets really cold for like most of the year. Like our summer only lasts 2 months.
Damn, that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Do you ever like want to live somewhere not there?
I like it here. Like I like traveling during the winter. Like around February is when I start going a little crazy, but I actually like it. Like I enjoy. Like I grew up in Colombia in the 90s, so you have to understand where I come from, right? Gorillas, narcos, like gorillas, not gorillas, but like gorilla, you know?
Gorilla, like yeah,
the war force,
I got you, yeah.
So gorilla, narcos, like crazy shit. I lived like outside the city a little bit, and there was like a military station near where we lived. So whenever there was like gunfight between the guerrilla and the army, we had to like turn all the lights on in the house so that they wouldn't accidentally bomb our house. So that they would know like that's where people lived. Yeah. So that was like my childhood, and it was crazy. Like it was a lot of people. It's very loud. It's very smelly. It's very like cars everywhere. And so like when I came to Canada and I came to Saskatchewan, I just love it here. Like it's so
because you're not getting shot at. But I mean, you can.
It's so safe.
You could like not get shot at in. I was gonna say LA, but you can get shot at in LA. I don't know. There's like other cities, Texas.
Here don't really get robbed. You know, it's very calm. There's no traffic. Like I can get anywhere within 20 minutes in my city. It's really nice. So it's peaceful. I really enjoy it. Like it's kind of lame, but I don't like going out very much. So it's, yeah.
Wow. Do you
really cheap to live here as well? I purchased a home, very 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 large home, and my mortgage is like $1,500 USD a month.
No way.
Not even joking.
How many bedrooms?
Build. Well, it's supposed to have 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, but I left the basement as like a studio because I want to turn it into like a place for renting.
Okay.
Like it has its own entrance, so I can rent it for like $1,000 a month, which is pretty nice. But yeah, it's like it's new. It's like granite everything, and like it's like a beautiful home.
That's really cool. That's I think like in Seattle, everything costs like millions of dollars for homes.
Yeah.
It's like it's gonna be like terribly expensive if I want to live here, which I'm not sure I want to do. I'm still not like.
Yeah, like I understand like networking and stuff like that, but I don't understand why there's so many content creators in LA. Like spending all the money they make living there.
Because of the entertainment industry, so it just is sort of like a foregone conclusion that they're gonna go there. It's like LA is sort of like the entertainment capital of the United States.
No, I get it, but all you need in order to like do what you do is good technology and good internet.
In a sense, but there's something to be said about IRL collaboration. I think I think if anything, it's actually pretty underrated on Twitch. Because whenever you have like think about like SFan, Amaranth, Mizkif like type streams, like those do so well, and they really like get those brands together, and it really helps everybody grow.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's also fun. It's just fun to hang out with other people.
I've always been kind of like a solo person. I don't know. It's just the way I am, I guess.
I respect that.
I don't know why I'm that way. But I don't know why I'm that way. I just feel like I've always been careful about approaching another person. I think like my first experience of approaching another streamer, their community was like, oh, she's a lead. She's just like trying to get your viewers and stuff. So I just like never did it again.
There are some broadcasters that just built their entire. I mean, even guys get called leeches. That like some people built their entire brand on that. And they're like, I actually don't think that like that stops you from being like people might call someone like a leech or like shameless or whatever, like any of those things. But it's like once their brand is built, they still stand outside of that title. Like that doesn't, they're not typecasted. It doesn't make them that.
No, and I understand that, but I just don't. I wouldn't feel. Like, I understand that it's just, like, it's benefiting both people.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. This is not my thing, really.
Yeah, I think that's more of what it's about.
Yeah.
Because I also think it's, like, really not good to make large decisions about what your brand is based on, like, how viewers are going to perceive it. A lot of the time, you just want to be, like, most authentically yourself. And the more that you can do that, like, the more that people will appreciate it in the end anyway. Fuck.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, I have like friends here in the city that have like started streaming because I'm a streamer.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like, I guess I do show up on their stream, but it's just because they're my best friends.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, but I think that's different because like I knew them before Twitch, so it's a little different.
But your friends aren't streamers typically.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think that's good.
There's nobody else that like lives here that's a streamer. I think like Paint Sparkles lived here, but she left like before she got big, so
that's random.
Yeah. Oh, and Kitty Plays. She went to school at the U of S. But then she left right after she was done school. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to have like one of the things that Pokey said to me one time that I was like really impressed by was like she said all my friends are like not streamers. They're all people that like I just hang out with, and I don't have to talk about like everything that I do here all the time. Pokey. Yeah, Pokemon.
But she has so many streamer friends.
It would seem so, but when she actually like tells you like who she's hanging out with people that are her friends off stream that she doesn't really hang out with OTV. Like
oh really?
She does sometimes, but
watching like the OTV people, it might seem like they're like all best friends. That's interesting.
I think I think they are good friends, but I would say that like Pokey has like a diverse set of friends that she hangs out with outside of that. Smart. I think so too.
Smart.
Yeah. And a lot of my friends,
like my friends aren't even like in the internet very much.
Yep, I think that's good. I'm getting a little bit of. Did you change your microphone input?
Haven't done a single thing.
Because when I talk and you talk at the same time, when we were first talking, it blends, but now it overshoots. Does that make sense?
Maybe we're just interrupting each other a lot now. I haven't done anything.
Interesting. Okay.
I swear.
I think you're. Am I crazy? Has the audio changed?
I was probably just really close to the mic or something.
People are saying you're too far from the mic. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
I see.
okay. Oh, sorry. I can't hear myself on this computer like I do on the other one. Like I have to do my audio a little different to be able to get audio and video on the same PC because I normally have video on my streaming PC and audio on my gaming PC.
Now it's perfect. That was what it was.
Okay. Yeah, I was 4. Okay, sorry.
Why is it that you use 2 PCs?
Because I do a 2 PC setup because it's better for gaming. So I have only the encoding running on one computer, so I can have like the slowest encoding preset I can, while at the same time I can game like really fast-paced games like on another CPU. Because if you do both, you're gonna be capped on like either you let your stream get like either you prioritize your stream or you prioritize your gaming. But that way I can prioritize both of them.
I see. Yeah.
You don't do gaming, so it's, yeah.
I game offline, but I don't use my CPU for encoding since I don't stream games. Yeah. But I was a full-time game streamer for what, 5 years, 6 years?
It depends on like what kind of gaming you do, but it's a whole like the audio is really complicated because you have to have both computers share audio in a way. Like you have to have your streaming computer listen to all your audio. So for me to do like this call, I have to be on the streaming computer, but then I have to route my audio differently than what I do for my stream.
But
that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't stream it. I didn't want to deal with it.
I see. So, like, wouldn't you just need? Why don't you just have a single mixer that takes out all inputs? It takes all inputs in from both PCs and then broadcasts out.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Then why doesn't it work? Like, what's wrong?
No, it works, but in order because I have my camera only on the streaming PC. So if I were to do it how I do it normally, I don't have my camera. We wouldn't be able to do like video.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna have to.
I mean, I would have to get a capture card into the gaming computer and like plug in the video. It would have been
a huge pain in the ass. I get it.
It's just so that we can get video. It's not like the audio. It's so we can get video, but in order to get video, I have to do the audio differently. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, because I've set up two PC setups for people, but I haven't done it myself. I have a wireless mixer that where I like have every channel separately, like distributed, and I can hear myself through my headphones, and I can hear.
Yeah, that's exactly how I do. Yeah, but like my normal gaming setup. I have the camera on the streaming PC, and then the way the audio is routed is it's routed onto the gaming computer and then out of the gaming computer into the streaming computer. Yeah. So right now I'm doing it just the other way.
Makes perfect sense.
I don't express myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah. So I never finished the 10-10-80 explanation.
Oh my god, we just get like really carried away.
That's okay. That's good. All right. But I'm drawing a graph for you.
Oh, okay. Let me play.
It's only for you. Okay.
All right.
Because you like graphs. So
I love graphs.
It's not really a graph. I kind of lied, but it's a picture.
A chart.
Yeah, it's a chart. Yeah. So
charts too.
Out of the this is so if you take 100% and 100% is the total number of people that know about your brand, okay, or just have heard of you, right? 80% are going to fall into this category of the neutral category, and they're not going to feel a way either way, okay? 10% are going to love everything that you do no matter what, basically, and they're just going to and there are the thing to amend. This is a linear scale. So all the way to the left is like your biggest fan. They would literally watch you like stare at a wall for 8 hours and they would love every moment of it. They're like, this is the most amazing content I've ever seen. Right. And then like over here is like, oh, I would, I really like her content. I would watch it. Like, okay. And it's the exact same with like haters. Okay. So if we go over here,
thing. I love it. Okay.
Yeah. If we go over here, right, there's like in the 81% hate percentile, there's people that are like, yeah, I don't really like that streamer. Then like over here, there are these people that are like, I have devoted myself to destroying you, like those people, right? So your job as a creator is to bring people from this point, this neutral point here, over here. Right?
Okay.
And the problem is that previously, before we started talking about like how to build your story, you were doing this.
Yeah.
Right. And actually, I don't even think it's fair to say that you were doing it. I think that you had a lot of large personalities that conspired against you, to that engaged you negatively. So can I tell you a Keemstar story? She leans in.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I too had an interaction with Keemstar. Okay. This was over the FaZe issue. FaZe Clan is a group of allegedly unscrupulous individuals. And I called them out pretty hard for being so. Okay. When the Tfue FaZe thing went down, did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah. So I did a bunch of content like this, and Keemstar.
I don't usually take sides on drama, but I do like to know what's going on. I just always feel like, especially after what happened to me, that you never know the whole picture. But keep going.
So Keemstar then proceeded to send me a clown emoji every Friday for 3 months. Okay.
That's what he does.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that he has a vested interest in FaZe. He has some like
No, he's just, there's no reason for it. There's no motive.
No, he has some kind of thing, because he wouldn't have gone at, like.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Okay.
The guy would tweet at me every day.
Yeah.
And like part of me was like, why me? Like I tried to like come up with explanations why the guy was so obsessed with me. It's nothing. Like that's just what the guy does.
Mm-hmm.
He gets pleasure on doing these things. Like he doesn't even need a motive for it. It's just like, let's attack people.
What I did
it's crazy.
Was I never once brought it up at all or acknowledged him in any single way, and then it was gone. And I waited, Alinity, I waited 8 months. 8 months I waited for the court case to update, telling everybody that was going to happen. And then finally, Richard Lewis broke last week that the FaZe versus Tfue shit is going in favor of Tfue. And then I sent a single clown emoji back.
And he just ignored it.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does. Yeah. A little fucker, honestly.
I waited 8 months.
he might be like the only person on this planet that I just don't like, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the only, like even my haters, you know, like I understand. Like the thing is, like I understand people that hate me. Like I get it. I see why. But like Keemstar, God, you got so red, man.
What's that?
You got so red.
Oh, I just think it's hilarious. Yeah.
I have my no, you actually don't look red on your stream. I have my digital vibrance on this monitor is really high.
Digital vibrance? What's
something we do in gaming too, so that you can spot people faster in like certain VR games. Just makes reds like and greens more bright. Yeah.
I think so what I think the thing there is like you just had a lot of people that were very very large in their communities come after you, and I think at that point there could have been a.
Do you think if I had engaged, it would have been a negative thing?
That's what I'm thinking about maybe. Right now. I think if you had ignored him utterly, which is what you did, right?
For a long time.
For a long time.
I ignored everything for a long
time.
But
then you told your own version of the story on your media, and it lives somewhere, so not on Twitch, like on YouTube. I think you would have converted a lot of people / maybe won that fight.
Hard to tell what would have happened, honestly. But I felt like no matter what I did, it was gonna be bad, honestly, because like
at a certain point,
after all the cat abuse thing happened, I was doing yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to practice, and you know yoga, so you'll understand.
Yeah.
I was really trying to do a headstand for like a long time.
Yeah, yeah. It took me 2 years
and that
to
was
do one.
like my thing. And that was like my thing. I was like, I'm gonna get to a point where I can do a headstand.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing a little bit of yoga on stream. And to get into a headstand, you gotta go into it's kind of like down dog, but it's on your head like this. I think it's called like dolphin or something. Anyway, imagine
your
me
elbows
going
are
on
forward?
down dog. Yeah, it's kind of like down dog, but instead on your arms,
you're on your elbows.
you go like
That's dolphin pose.
You go
Yeah.
like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I was like doing like a flow before trying to do it, and my dog comes and sniffs my butt. Now I didn't want to push her out of the way because there's some clips of me like doing like that to my dog, and like people being like, "Oh, she's kicking the dog," whatever. Because like it's just dumb. Anyway, so I didn't move her. I very slowly went down and got her out of the way, like very carefully. And then the narrative was, I have trained my dog to lick my pussy.
Okay.
So like I felt like I just wasn't gonna have a win. You know what I mean? And like I felt like no matter what I did, it was gonna be bad. Like if I hate my cats, then I kill dogs, and then if I love them, then I'm a dog fucker.
The problem is that a narrative can get out of control if you don't control it at first. Then it snowballs and it gets bigger. So like everybody was like, "Oh, of course she fucks the dog because she threw the cat because right," and it just stacks up. This is why like taking control of your story is something that happens very gradually and then builds up to the point where you own the narrative, right? And if you, it's not something you can do overnight. Because you have a long history of these sort of lose-lose situations, so you have to like gradually combat it back up to like where you want it to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah. And the other thing too is like, here's the thing. I think about this a lot in terms of brand marketing. Most of the audience for what let's just say that most of the audience that we're engaging with is United States. Okay. And Canada and that region, okay?
Yeah, so, I have a lot of Europeans because I do tend to stream a little early, but
there are some Europeans, but just for like the purpose of like Twitch as a platform, most people are United States.
Yeah, so but like mine,
your particular audience. Do you know what percentage?
It's mostly Europe. I think like just Germany is like my second.
Yep.
And so I have like big in like Netherlands, Germany around that time zone because I do stream when it's like 7 p.m. there.
Okay.
Like UK, if I add all of like UK, Netherlands, Germany, and Spain, it's bigger than US.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's not abnormal. But but there like
my number one is US.
Yeah. So Americans like certain kinds of narratives. There's certain kind of narratives that appeal to us, and this has changed. This started in like the 40s and 50s, and like before the narrative was the white picket fence. Do you know that story? It's like you come to America as an immigrant, you work, you build a house, you have a family, right? So I think that story is now retired. And the news story that we really like, there's a couple of them, but like one of the stories is like the villain redemption arc. So like people really love the story of like someone who did like great bad things and then came and became a full person. And actually, this is when I was younger, I studied mythology for like years. This is a really, really old story. This idea of like a person who starts off as like evil and bad. We love to see that person transform into like the authentic, pure, good version of themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
And that's why what I'm saying is like if you start the building blocks of that, which you've already done through the like that is going to become your narrative, and that's a really good place to sit. It's a really good place to be. But the number one thing to remember is that you actually control
the narrative.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to control the narrative.
Yes.
Do you think it'd be worth for me now to make videos like explaining my side of some of the things
100%.
that happened? Yeah, I was thinking like in particularly there's one video that I can just pick apart, and I kind of want to just watch the video and like explain things one by one.
Yeah, I would say that
covers like pretty much all my drama.
You might want to think about how you market it, because you could be like I'm thinking titles and stuff like that, just to give you like an idea of like, and you could like this, like an awesome title would be like 6 months after my worst experience on Twitch. That's really powerful.
Ooh,
right?
okay.
It's like that kind of thinking. So I wouldn't make a video that's like addressing all of the concerns about me like abusing. Like, don't do that narrative.
Because people are not gonna watch it. Yeah.
Well, also people that already. So your objective is to change minds. But if you make it like I'm dead serious. Discord me your titles.
I totally understand where we're going.
Discord me your titles.
The video. Yeah.
Yeah. What were you about to say?
No. Like I understand exactly where you're going. Like if I title the video as like my redemption arc, the people that are gonna watch the video are the ones who are already in my favor. So I have to title my video so that the people that hate me want to watch the video.
But it's worse than that.
Make it sound. Oh, okay.
It's worse than that because if you title it wrong, then the people that hate you will already they already have that vision of you and it won't change their mind. They won't even watch it because like if your title is like so here's the difference between the titles. I'm gonna pull up a notepad. So like if your title is like addressing the concerns about my animal abuse, right? Like then everyone that already dislikes you will be like, I don't care about this. I don't care what she says. Like, right?
And it's just like showing them, they'll be like, oh yeah, she did that, and she's explaining why she did
exactly
that.
Yeah, but if you say something like
bias.
6 months after my worst experience on Twitch, the difference here is this is emotional, this is feeling, this is like personality, right?
Yeah.
And you're not even addressing like you shouldn't even acknowledge the animal abuse people. Don't even give them ammo.
I really think like a big issue with the way my YouTube has been handled is like not having good titles.
Totally.
It's a big issue. Yeah, because I'm lazy and I just let my editors do everything. But
so I have a kind of hot take on that. I think that every streamer that isn't spending time on their own titles and maybe even to some extent thumbnails is probably fucking up.
Well, the thing is, I don't make money off YouTube.
You would if you did this. you would make more than you make on Twitch if you had a successful YouTube because the CPMs are way higher. Look at a streamer like Ludwig. Right? Like a person who actually puts their attention into. Do you know Ludwig?
No.
He's a meme streamer. He like put a ton of attention into his titles on YouTube, and he actually thinks as a YouTube person first. And so the way that he does his stuff, he's only been streaming for like a little bit less than a year. And he built a huge brand because people discover him on YouTube and then watch his Twitch.
Yeah. No, totally. I get that.
And you could do the same thing. Like,
do you think I can do that purely from like my Twitch content? Maybe
I know you
just
can.
have to.
I know you can. I have no doubt. Yes.
Okay.
The problem is, so this is like this. I'm about to give you the Devin Nash special. Okay, like this is like my most like this is like my most memed meme. The big mistake that streamers make is they think that Twitch is a discovery platform. People don't find you on Twitch. They can't because you're one of a billion zillion streamers, even as big as you are.
No, I get like 30 to 40% from browser.
You do because you are a top broadcaster in your category.
Yeah.
However, most of those people...
Most people don't, but I do. I do get discovery through Twitch.
You get some.
Yeah.
But you would get vastly more.
Pretty big. I get like 2,000 followers every stream. Like that's pretty big. Yeah, 1,000 to 2.
Really
I've been getting 2,000 every stream for the past week. But there has been a lot of stuff going on.
All right. I think that you get this because of your external media. I don't think this is through Twitch. You are streaming on Twitch and they come follow you, but I think they're hearing about you from other places.
Posted
from Dr. K, from
sure.
Which is on YouTube, from other places. Because like I think that what's happened because you were
But let me tell you. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Before all this happened, I would get and I had about 700 concurrent before, like back 2017. I would get like 700 followers every stream when I had like 700 concurrent.
And the only thing you were doing was streaming.
Yep.
What year was this?
I've always 2017.
Okay.
You have to understand, my case isn't like your average case. I am like, and I always think like really good browser placement. Like that's the one thing that I've always
I don't believe
done.
anyone is average. But you are highly abnormal. However, that's not an excuse not to do YouTube. Let me okay. For every one person that finds you on Twitch, 100 could find you on YouTube.
Really?
There are 15 million people that go to Twitch every day. I
don't understand YouTube and their algorithms. Like, I understand Twitch. I know how Twitch works. I know how people find me.
You just told me at the beginning of the stream, Alinity, that you love learning new things. And it's one of your favorite things. Time to do a new thing. Let's go!
What should I do? Like, what am I going to do with my content?
We already discussed it. You're gonna do talks on your stream that you're gonna upload to YouTube, and then we're gonna think of good titles for you.
Okay, all right.
And we're gonna build.
I feel like I need help though.
Well, if only you knew the #1 marketer on all of Twitch TV.
You're gonna help me?
I will.
Really?
Yep.
And what do you get from it?
I don't know. What should I get?
I don't know. You should get something from it. Like, you should benefit in a way.
I benefit because I'm helping a person bring more positivity to the platform, which is good. I don't do any of this shit for money anyway, so I don't care.
I wouldn't feel good. You just helping me just to help me.
I mean, it's not like a huge thing. It's just me
I can help you back.
Talking on
okay,
Discord.
We'll figure out something. I really value your help, for sure.
Okay.
That was a crack, by the way. My ankle cracked. That wasn't a fun.
Okay.
You heard that.
I love that you have to like. It's just the difference between male and female streamers. If I farted, I just dab really hard, and then like everybody would fucking. But you have to like.
If I farted, I would tell you. No, it was my ankle cracked super loud. You know, I go into a down dog.
Yeah.
And like.
Wait, you crack? Like you crack? Yeah.
Like
I
my
don't
ankles?
crack my ankles. Like.
Do you put your whole foot on the floor in a down dog?
I can't put my heels on the floor. Dude,
okay, I do.
Dude,
I do put my heels on the floor.
Dude, women are busted when it comes to yoga.
Hey, listen. Look at this.
Not sure what to think about this.
Not many people can lick their elbows. I'm super flexible.
Yeah, but like it's like women have like
really rare.
Yeah.
Like, most people can't lick their elbows. Yeah. Try it.
I can't do that. It's the dumbest thing I've ever done. All right.
I can bite it.
I'm
You gotta get your whole. Can you touch your nose to your elbow? Look, I can touch my nose to my elbow. So you don't get the licking part. It's really hard.
This is so stupid. Hang on.
No, you can't. Don't hurt yourself, please. Then I'm gonna get sued. I don't want to get sued right now.
I will sue you. Yes. All right. Okay.
No, but seriously, like, I really appreciate your help. Like, holy crap.
I haven't done anything yet.
Well, just the fact that you're willing to help me.
Yeah, you can thank me if we get a successful. Yeah, like.
No. Just the fact that you want to help me is awesome.
Of course,
like, seriously.
So I think
like,
that
if we're successful, that's really fucking awesome. But the fact that you want to help me, like, that is what matters to me. That's really fucking cool.
Thank you.
No, seriously, like, super cool.
Thank you.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I don't. But this is my deal, right?
That's what you like to do.
Yeah, and yeah. It's literally why I'm here, is because I believe that. So like I had a whole thing when we sold Counterlogic Gaming, right? I like wandered the earth for a while and like wasn't sure what I was gonna do next because I was in esports. And I ran an esports team called Counterlogic Gaming. And we sold that to Madison.
Never heard of it. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
Canalogic? How do you spell it?
It's CLG. You've never heard of CLG?
Oh my god. Well, of course, but I didn't know CLG stood for Canalogic.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. We did it. All right. Yeah, I ran CLG.
Like, of course I know CLG, but I don't.
Okay. All right, we're good. We're fine.
Yeah,
we got there. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. So after I sold CLG, we sold CLG. She said,
holy shit, that must have sold for a lot. Don't tell me. I don't want numbers. I'm just saying, like, holy shit, just thinking out loud. You don't need to tell me.
Okay.
Wowie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the point being, right, that I don't do anything because I want something from it. I don't need to sell shit. I always tell people this, right? I don't have anything to sell you. I don't have anything to like, and for that matter, with my talent agency, like, we are a boutique agency. We only select very, very few talent that we can represent. Our agency is very small. We don't expand really. Matt and I are super happy with it. So I'm not out here recruiting streamers. I literally don't want anything. I like what I believe in is I think Twitch is an amazing platform that has the ability to reach thousands of people in a way that has never been reached before.
It has so much potential.
And if we use that energy,
harvest the goodness of it.
Yes, if we use that energy for positivity.
Yeah,
which is what really I think you are after.
I am.
And that is why I want to help
seriously.
you. That's why I will help you.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
If I thought you were evil, I wouldn't help you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You can see who I am then.
I mean,
awesome.
Before I reached out to you to talk about this, I did look a lot into the kind of content you do and how you think. And I didn't see a person there because it's so obvious to me. I think everybody can see these people that do this. When somebody makes a clip that is like very obviously fishing for that bad girl or bad guy vote, where they very clearly are like trying to be that so that they get the attention. I did not get that feeling from you at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. That everything that you have done has come like authentically from yourself. And that's why I would be happy to help. I mean, that's my whole deal. It's literally my my dharma, as Dr. K would say, which is a Buddhist concept. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And
all right. Well, that's cool, man.
And we have to start with YouTube for sure, because I think that is where this
if I do it like as a segment of my stream, like that would just be really easy. I would just need like an idea of what to talk about. Like you give me a topic and I can go about it for like hours and hours and hours. Like I don't have a hard time coming up with things to say.
Yeah.
I just need like a little bit of guidance.
Yeah, of course. And it's also that your chat will often guide you as well if you let them. Like you could, and one way to think about this is one of the things that I'm really obsessed with, and I ask myself a lot, is like there's a certain type of quality of question. Okay, so the example I use for this is like, let's say if you ask yourself the question, why am I so fat? Okay, that's a really shit question, because the answer you're going to get is like, well, because I eat too much, because I'm just a fat shit that's lazy, right? But if you ask yourself the question, how do I lose weight? That's a good question, right? Because it's a more powerful question, because now you have to answer that question in a way that is productive. And if you ask yourself the question, how do I lose 10 pounds in a month? That's a fucking great question, because now you got to figure out exactly how you do. You see what I mean? So I think a lot of things are predetermined by the quality of question that you ask. So asking chat something like, chat, what is one thing you've wanted to know about my history that you've never known before that I could explain to you? That's a good question, right?
That is a good question.
So you could think about the quality of questions that you ask your community, and they will respond to you with answers that will then guide your content.
That makes so much sense. I'd never thought about that. Ever. That's really cool. That's really fucking cool, yo. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay. Yeah, so I just have to ask the right questions.
Yeah, and then and because they prompt they prompt
even in your mind, like that like also asking yourself the right question.
Exactly. This is a discipline. You have it right. You're very far ahead of the game. That's the discipline. Is that this affects your real life too? If you ask yourself a question like, why do I feel like shit? Why are communities so mean to me? Right. Well, then the answers you get.
How can I feel better?
There you go.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
Yeah. How can I make this into a way better day? Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people ask themselves like, why am I so angry?
It's like a way of life.
Yeah. So this is one of the lovely concepts that I have gotten from Buddhism, which is like I'm very deep into Buddhism.
Buddhist?
Oh, very much so.
That's so cool.
I
consider myself pantheist, but I do take a lot of stuff from like Buddhism, and even like Hinduism has a lot of like really cool stuff. Not very everything. Much so. But I do like to pick at things from different religions that I believe in.
So you pick
I consider myself pantheist.
The best messages from all the places, and you put them together into a thought form.
Into me.
Yeah, I think that's good.
My Alinity religion.
I love Buddhism for concepts like this, because Buddhism is very focused on self-improvement and the types of questions you ask. So in this, like, I see this so often, is like someone will ask themselves like, why am I so anxious? And they'll be like, oh, because of like fucking COVID, and because my job is stressful, and because my boyfriend hates me, and like because it's like, oh, holy shit, of course you're fucking anxious, right? Like you're gonna be anxious as fuck if you're fucking asking yourself that question, because the answers you get are terrible. But if you ask yourself the question like, how can I stop feeling this way? How can I be better? And how could I feel better if I had to do it in the next 10 minutes? These are very powerful questions. Like, well, maybe if I just get a cup of tea and like, you know, and I take a couple of breaths and I go outside and I just take a moment to reset. Like your brain will find those answers.
One of the things of Buddhism that I really enjoy is like living the now and like meditating and all that stuff. And I think that has helped my life so much, because it's helped me a lot with like being anxious about the future.
Yeah.
And I think that is one of the reasons why I don't have goals, because I have so much anxiety about thinking about the future that I just don't think about it at all.
I think in Buddhism,
so maybe it's a coping mechanism of mine.
Yeah. I think in Buddhism there's a concept that we don't think about the past and future, but really what it is that we're detached from the outcome. Does that make sense? So
that makes sense.
So there is a focus on the now, but I feel like that got over memed in Western society and people lost the message. You can still have fantastic goals. There's a story about this, okay? It's from a book called The Peaceful Warrior, and by Dan Millman. It's a really good story. So there's a guy that runs a restaurant, okay? And he's put his entire life into this restaurant.
Holy shit!
And he's got everything set up and all this work into it. And one day, the main character of the story, he's walking to the restaurant and he sees it's on fire, and the whole restaurant is burning.
Is it the guy whose life savings are on the restaurant? The owner of the restaurant.
The owner of the restaurant is standing outside the restaurant watching his restaurant burn. And so this character walks up to the owner, and like, you know, knowing how important this is
meant to him.
Oh my God, like you've lost everything. And the owner says, I've always wanted to go up north and try something new. And he was
exactly how I feel about life. Yeah, because it's happened to me so many times. Like when I like quit school and I had to come to Canada, and then like I came to Canada and like I found myself so alone, right? And it was just like, it's just kind of oh my God, I'm gonna cry. It's kind of the way that I've had to cope with like life changes that are so sudden. And it wasn't even just that. Like I had like experiences growing up. Like my dad was involved in a way with the cartels, and like he ended up in prison. And so like that was super intense for me. And then like shortly after that, my parents separated, and I had like change after change after change after change. And it was like, I think that like at some point after like seeing all my life goals not happen, I was just like, why have goals at all? You know?
Yeah. And I think So just this reminds me of the story you told me when you said like, your father had always kind of been that sort of person that like kind of kept it in, and like you sort of learned that from him. And in the same way you learned this lesson, which was like, I shouldn't have goals because if I'm just going to get disappointed, like fuck it. But the real lesson is I should have goals, but I should be detached from the outcomes.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And so in my life, I have amazing ambitious goals. Like I have a lot of stuff that I want to do, but I am truly okay if my
with
Twitch
them
stream,
not happening.
Yeah, or them happening, right? Because a lot of people get lost on the upswing. There's a really good analogy here for streamers. Okay, do you look at your view counts like in real time?
I sometimes I don't.
I never look at my view counts.
I don't
in real time.
I don't. I do maybe like when I'm about to switch a game.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Because you're getting some idea of.
Like for example, if like I notice until I plateau. Like I always do this. I always go and just chatting and then I do gaming because I have noticed, and this is probably one of the reasons why I get so much browser like following is because of I do that, and I've always done that because I've never wanted people to follow me for the game that I play.
Yeah.
So very early on, I decided I'm just gonna be like a content creator that talks. And then I'm going to do what I love to do, which is gaming. And I do enjoy talking as well. So like I wait until my plateau and then I switch.
Yep. Okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's another friend that's one of the big streamers in another category. And he messaged me a couple weeks ago and he was like, dude, I'm having the worst day of my life. And I was like, what's going on? And he's like, I'm literally 900 viewers behind X streamer in the category. Right. And I said, bro, why the fuck are you watching that? Like, you can't possibly make a distinction about how good your content is on that day or why your viewer count is that. So if you analyze your viewer counts on a 1 day period, you will never know. Like if there's 400 people less than there should be or whatever, you can't guess. Like maybe everyone's at the mall, maybe everybody like is what like you can't know. You have to analyze viewer counts over like 14-day periods because there's
you know what I like doing? I like to look at my stats every month.
Yes, that's exactly what I do.
That's what I like doing. At the end of every month, I like to see like how did I do this month? Because there's so many stats. Like there are so many stats that you can say you could like look at your follower stats, you can look at your sub stats, you can look at your concurrent viewers, you can look at like so many things that you are always gonna pick on a number.
Yes.
That you're gonna be unhappy about, and that's going to affect you mentally. So what you need to do is, and there's so many ups and downs. Like it couldn't even just be your content. Like Twitch has certain days which are the best. Twitch has certain times that are best.
Yeah.
It could just be like there's a lot of broadcasters streaming at that day. There's just like, there's so many things that can happen that it's not you. But if you look at your stream every day, you go like, oh, today I had low followers, today I had low viewers. It must be this thing that I did. And believe it or not, it's not you.
It's never that.
No, it's not.
Okay. The end of that story, a week ago, he messages me again. And he says, Devin, you were right? Now I'm 1K viewers ahead. I'm fucking killing it. Thank you so much. And I told him, you're still trapped. Because
he didn't get it.
He didn't get it. Because people that think now they're up on the upswing, right? It's the same thing. Because yeah, exactly, right? You can't look at trends that way. But that's the analogy I would use for setting goals. Is that like in the same exact way, the thing that looking at your stats every month does for you is it allows you to be detached from the outcome. You're not mad about that stream you ran 2 weeks ago that didn't do so well because you're looking at it on a month scale. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do the same thing with your goals.
Yeah. And even within months, like for example, and the thing is like I'm very lucky because I've been around for so long now that I have noticed patterns.
Yeah.
Like for example, January, February are usually really bad. I usually just don't even look at my stats in those months. Just because I know they're bad. And so like you do notice certain patterns within the year. So I can compare years. I can be like, this year I'm doing better than last year. I had a bad year 2 years ago. You know, like what I mean? Like I've noticed that you go up and down, and sometimes you go up a little higher, and sometimes you go up a little lower, but then you up again. Like you really,
yeah. And like your job is just to do the best show you can, regardless of whether you have 5 viewers or you have 50,000.
Totally.
And you're one of the only streamers I've ever met that gets this. This is usually a really hard concept when I'm talking to people. They always look day to day. And some people look minute to minute. Like Co-Carter's posted this big tweet.
staring at their viewer account. Like, hi guys, how's it going? I'm gaming. I'm killing this person. Like, oh my God. Did I just say something stupid? My viewers just been by 10. Is it the burp? Are people grossed out by me? Oh my God. Did somebody get offended by what I just said? Oh my God. How can
one person left. They don't like it. Like, Co-Carnage posted this tweet that he was like, and he showed his like monitors, and he was like, on the left side of the screen, I have every person in my category. On the right side of the screen, I have the exact viewer count by seconds of how many people are coming to the API. And everyone replied, they're like, that's so cool. I was like, holy shit, dude. I would be a madman with that fucking data. I would be like, be like, 10 people would leave, and I'd be like, I'm a fucking shit streamer. That's it. Fucking, I'm done. Just throw my headset, fucking like log off. Like, I could never do that. Like, it's just, and it doesn't provide the like realistic data that you think it does, because again, you can't analyze trends in that term. Yeah.
Like for me, every day I go like, did I have a good time? Was chat hype? That's how that's how I go. Like, did I do a good job? Like, was chat hype? Did I have a good time? Were people happy with me? Great. That's awesome. I had a really successful day.
How do you, on a marketing question, how do you think you got so many followers on Instagram? Because this is an insane number of people to have on Instagram.
I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to tell you, it's like the biggest mystery to me. I actually used to post once a week.
How many?
Back in like 2017. I got, and this is what I think, I got hosted by a few like Brazilians and like French guys that came into my stream around this time.
So many. How many posts do you have?
Around this time, this is when I started noticing that I was getting so many followers, and I barely posted. So it is through Twitch. It's through like I think it was like the Brazilians and
people before. Let me just like head off something to the past. Okay, there's gonna be 6,000, 5,000 billion people that are like LOL hot girl. There are a zillion hot girls on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, and they don't get 343K viewers. Yeah.
No, it's not that. It all happened around like 2017. I was at like 60K, and then it was like a few months and I was at 200K. And I do think it had to do with certain communities that started hosting me on Twitch.
Okay.
And I was like, it was like they were shipping me with certain guys. And it happened like really one after the other. It was like one Brazilian guy and then one like Argentinian guy, and they like sent all their followers, and we were like gonna get together and meet and stuff like that. And I really think that's where it came from.
How fast did it happen?
It happened pretty quickly, like to 200K, and then the next it's been pretty slow.
Interesting.
But it is through Twitch. It is through Twitch because my it's very male.
You're the following?
Yeah, my stats are my demographics are really similar to the ones on Twitch. So I know it is through Twitch.
Well, hang on a second. Okay, that's a false equivalence, right?
Okay, so I guess.
Yeah, because like so like it turns out that guys on Instagram like cute girls and guys on Twitch also like cute girls. It might be a separate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah. So
but there's so many cute girls.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
So there's something
like,
you're doing
really
differently.
Cute.
Really hot
like,
girls. Yeah.
Really cute. And it's not my content because I was getting a lot of followers when I was barely posting. Does that make sense?
I think I'd have to
like I got to like 200K and I was posting once a week. I'm not even joking. And it wasn't like good posts. They were coming from my Twitch channel.
I'm trying to why is this like scroll off the screen? I have to like okay. I'm gonna go to like your oldest posts. That's usually you have.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And her engagement is really high, even on her beginning posts. No hashtags. No comments though. Look at that. Isn't that weird?
No. I disabled comments on a lot of things.
That's why. Okay.
They're disabled because of all the drama. We had to disable a lot of things. But my engagement usually, like on pictures from right now, they get like 300 comments.
Yeah.
3 to 600.
The engagement seems a little bit low for the number of followers. So well, the video checks out 108K on the video. Man, the videos that engagement is insane, actually.
Well, that's because of drama. Like people go and check my socials and then they to send hate messages.
What is this video about?
It's just me without makeup on.
What did you talk about?
It's not, I don't talk. It's a very short video. It's like a 3-second video.
The engagement on this video is nuts. Like this is really
that
really
happened. That happened the day after the thing with Ninja, though.
Are the comments about that?
We clear the comments really well.
Who's we?
I have people that work for me.
You got people.
Yeah.
Bunka T. She's got people.
Yeah, I have to get a lot of help, like clearing negative stuff from my socials.
How is Monka T not? Oh, you guys just aren't typing it right. But see, like, I guess I'm really confused. God, you're an anomaly in a lot of ways. Like, I don't understand how this engagement on the video was so high, but then the engagement relative to your followers, like on these, because these should look like more like the comments are about right, but like you should be looking like more like 60 to 90K likes in here.
I only have 300,000 followers.
Okay, that's
a lot. You're definitely looking at that wrong. My engagement is really high. You're totally looking at this wrong. My engagement is super high.
You want to bet?
It's a tenth of my followers. Let's make a bet.
I could take this fight.
Yeah, it's a tenth of my followers.
So you have 343K, but you average about 20 to 30K.
Yeah.
Like, here's what's so weird. This is what's tripping me up. Your comments are pretty normal. That's good. But your likes are low. The likes are abnormal. You should have more likes for your content. Straight up. Especially given the nature of the content.
Okay, let's see. Let's just do easy. It's a tenth. It's a tenth of my followers. Right? So what's a tenth of 5 million?
Wait, what?
Look at Pokemans. Look at Pokemans. What's a tenth of 5 million? It's 500.
We're doing it.
500K.
Assuming let's give it 30,000 is what percentage of 343,300? It's 8.7%. Okay.
I love rounding shit, man.
Okay, and then on Pokey's Instagram.
I mean, you have to understand she's a more liked person. I have a lot of people that follow me just to hate.
But the comments are, well, you're saying you're creating the comments. Okay. So yeah. Okay, I'm right. I knew it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
pretty
low.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's my confusion. What I don't understand is why. So what I don't understand is what's going on there. Yeah. I don't know. I have to look into it.
I mean, the what I think is a lot of people follow me just to hate on me.
That are you deleting comments, or are you so
like a lot?
Okay, so you actually are getting way more comments than appears here. Like for example, on your guardian cat picture, would you say that you had more than 644 comments? Like a lot more?
Maybe like 800.
Then I would say that your assessment is right. That a lot of people, so they don't like the post, they just comment.
Yeah.
And that's a fourth of your followers? Because you said it was
possibly.
200.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
very possibly.
That's
Very
fucking crazy. Holy shit.
I have very dedicated haters, dude. Like, you've no idea. Very dedicated haters. Anyway, my Instagram is private right now, and I'm not posting there anymore.
Wait, why can I see it?
I have no idea. It should be private.
No, I can see it.
It literally just got on private. I don't know.
Okay, why aren't you... Okay, and you said you're not posting on your Instagram anymore because you don't...
No. I just don't want to deal with it.
Can I ask you... I'm going to ask you a question that I think is going to sound really dumb, because this is like the number one like troll response that people say.
Mm-hmm.
But just like bear with me. Let's like just like entertain the thought. Why do you read your Instagram comments?
I don't know, because so many people take time in their day to write things. So many nice comments. I don't want to miss on like reading all the nice people that say nice things.
But is that worth the cost of absorbing all the negativity that you know you're going to get with that package? It's a pizza with bad toppings on it.
But why then why post at all if I know there's going to be negative shit said? You know what I mean?
Check it out, okay? You post for the same reason you stream, because you just want something cool to go out into the world, and you don't care how it's received.
Yeah, but like you know how we were talking about like something being permanent? Like my hate on Twitch, when people say nasty shit in my chat, it gets deleted. It's not permanent. That is permanent. Those hate messages.
It's permanent in a sense, but like, okay, look, if I fart in the wilderness, okay, if I just toot in the middle of the woods, I promise you this is going somewhere. In some sense, that's permanent. Like, I've added carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. Like, something has changed, or methane. Something has changed, right? But nobody fucking notices. These comments are farts in the wind, quite literally. They're like, no, there's no archive. There's no Jedi archive where someone's like, let me go through. Oh, Alinity, like July 7th, 13, the year, like in 2030. Like, no one's gonna fucking go back and be like, this chick chucks cat. Like, no one fucking gives a shit. Like, there are levels of permanence that you have to be willing to accept.
You're right. Yeah, no, I see your point.
Okay, and it's like, I say this because when you talk to Dr. K about hateful comments, right?
Yeah.
The excuse just ignore them is a really shitty thing to tell a streamer.
No, but like honestly, no,
because you can't ignore them, right?
Yeah, no, you
like,
can't.
So,
but I guess I do have the choice of not reading it.
When I read a comment on Reddit about me, because I get for whatever reason LSF like fucking hates me. I rarely ever have like positivity there.
Oh, that sucks, man.
It does, but here's the thing, right? Like, when I was reading those negative comments on LSF, there was a 282 comment thread just about how bad my hair was. That was all it was.
People are so awful.
People are fucking terrible. Yeah. And you know what? Yeah. I read those comments and I felt really bad. I really did. Oh. Like I felt really, and I was like, I was actually to the point where. How do
you think I felt when like millions and millions of people
dude, I can't
about
even.
My nipple?
It's nothing compared to. It's nothing compared to what you went through. I'm not trying to say that, but what
no. I'm just telling you, like, I feel you. Like, I'm trying to say, I know exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah, I really did feel bad, even to the extent that, like, I posted, like, when I got my haircut. Actually, a big reason I didn't cut my hair, I'm telling my community this for the first time.
Because you didn't want them to feel like it was the reason why you did it.
Yep, I was scared of it. Like literally the last 6 months, like, I didn't get a haircut, and then. And Twitch chat, if you remember the last couple of days, what did I say when I finally decided to get a haircut? I realized that I was living their story, and I was like, I can't do that anymore. But luckily, everybody was really nice about me, and they loved the haircut. And like, it meant a lot to me when you said that. Like, first thing you said was like,
"It looks awesome." I love it.
But you know what it's like to read all those comments, and so the way that I solved it was I was like, you know what, like, if I'm reading these comments and this is dictating the way that I'm streaming for the wrong fucking reason. The reason I should be streaming is because I love doing it and because I'm trying to put something positive into the world. So whether someone on Reddit thinks that I'm fucking super bad and I'm not doing a good job or whatever, or they think, because again, you get trapped in the good stuff too, or they think that I'm the most beautiful person in the world, it doesn't matter. I get detached from the outcome. And I stopped reading Reddit.
that's the thing. Like, for example, like YouTube comments don't bother me that much, but like Instagram, my family follows me, especially like my little sister, and like it affects her.
Mm-hmm.
When she sees people be mean to me, like it hurts her. That fucking sucks.
But that doesn't mean that you have to personally wade into that trench and take that fight. Like,
still,
and I remember like the thing that triggered you for like your big clip was like when that person donated and was like, just ignore LOL, because that's just the dumbest thing to say to a broadcaster. Like,
it's so hard. Like, just ignore the haters.
It's impossible. Like, you can't. Yeah.
And like the person saying it has no idea. It's so patronizing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like you've no idea what it's like to have to, like, yeah, it's dumb.
I understand exactly what your feelings are on this right now.
But I also understand that the person saying it, they think they're helping. So like the message comes from like a good place in their heart.
They try to, but they're such an eggplant that they can't understand. They can't empathize. Yeah.
For sure. Like, because they don't know what it's like.
And I think this is one of the reasons why like it was harder to talk to like someone like Dr. K about this, because he genuinely just doesn't engage with things like that, right? Like, but like I'm telling you, like, I recently shut down Twitter DMs. I was getting over 100 DMs a day, and every single one of them, because I'm the industry guy, right? So every single one of them was, "Hey Devin, I'm a 0 to 15 viewer streamer. I just came off of Mixer, Twitch, whatever. I just wondered if you had some tips on how to grow my stream," over and over and over again. And like someone like you would understand this, like my chat, like things like, I don't know if they get it, but like,
here's the thing though, and I want to send that message. I want to send that message to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a streamer and you need to ask advice to a streamer on giving you tips on how to stream, you are so pepega. Just fucking find it yourself. It's out there. Yeah. Google it. Well, look it up. Use your brain. Watch a viewer. Go watch a streamer. Use your brain and be like, what are they doing? What should I do differently? But it's like people cannot think, man. They're like, hey, can you please think for me?
It's even more frustrating because if only I had
chew the video food and then spit it in my mouth so I can swallow it.
Exactly how to grow a Twitch stream from 0 to 100 viewers. If only I had a YouTube video that was exactly, oh wait, I do have that video. I literally tell everybody my best advice on YouTube for free, right? And like, so this became exhausting.
I get it every day. And like, I understand it comes from a good place, but it's like, dude, if you really have to ask that question, like, you're not gonna, not gonna be successful.
It gets exhausting.
Like, it takes work. It takes time. You gotta think about what you want to do. Like, it just,
Have you ever got those emails from people that say they'll fly you out somewhere and pay you for like a night with them?
I haven't gotten one of those in a while.
She says in a while, but you have gotten them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Can I read you an email I got the other day?
100%.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta swap my monitor. Let me just reread it first and and see. Oh, what did I do with it? Wait, it wasn't. Oh man, I think I lost. I think I might have deleted it.
Amaranth reads me a lot of her emails. That
oh
she
my
gets.
god, I get some. I deleted it. I get some really.
It's some fucking like shit. Some fucking insane shit. It's like
it's some really insane shit.
It's
honestly.
some insane shit. Okay, and what's so exhausting for me is the feeling of just like everybody wanting something from me with no, like they always want something from me. It's never just like, hey man, you run a good stream, just want to let you know.
Yeah.
It's
I don't get that much. I don't get that very much.
You get the like, show me your feet. Yeah. Like, you know, like that kind of shit. You know, yeah. It's just.
Yeah, I do get that stuff, but like honestly, maybe like 20% of the emails and DMs I get are hate. Then like there's like 10% really creepy stuff. And whatever rest, because I didn't do the math, but whatever is left is usually people telling me like, hey Alinity, your stream makes my day better. You know,
Oh,
like
that's
I've
cool.
been dealing with really bad. I love those, man. I fucking love
They
those,
go a
and I
long
get
way.
so many of those. It's just like, and I tell people are like all the trolls, all the haters, all the negativity. It makes it worth it, knowing that like somebody out there, you know, like their day is better because they watch my stream. Like, holy shit. Like, as a person who's been like really down low, and I have had things that have helped me feel better when I've been low, like knowing that I'm that to someone else is like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's
totally
really amazing.
Like I think that there is a way to minimize negative comments and maximize those positive comments. So what I did was, when I disabled Twitter and I stopped reading Reddit, that was the majority of places where I was getting my negativity. And now
Twitter's awful.
Twitter's awful.
I don't look at Twitter anymore. I don't even look there.
Why do you read Reddit and Instagram?
Twitter.
Then you know this lesson for.
I know, but no, I just learned this lesson just now.
What,
like,
mean,
I just disabled. No, like a week ago, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I put everything on private. Like, I'm just trying to decide right now, like, what I want to do with my content. Because the thing is, okay, this is gonna sound really weird. I really don't like Instagram. I've never enjoyed taking pictures of myself or posting them, but it's something that I've always done as like a backup plan just in case something happens to Twitch. I hate taking pictures. I hate selfies. I literally hate it, and I only do it because I feel like I have to.
How did you get so good at it? Because does someone take these pictures?
Like 80% of the pictures I take them, and like 20% they get taken from me.
Holy shit.
My friends generally take a lot of pictures of me when we go out and stuff.
You take like Instagram model level pictures. Like, these are very good. That's why.
But I don't enjoy doing it.
Okay,
it's like a job.
I mean, because you could be an Instagram
and I shouldn't
influencer.
say that. I shouldn't say that publicly, but I really hate it. Yeah.
No, it's whatever. It's like I'm everybody has their platforms that I really think like your pivot is YouTube. I really do. You don't care about the comments there. You want to tell your story. Your brand improves. Like, that is actually.
I mean, I get to tell, and this is my fault. I get to tell my editor what I want the video on.
Yep.
You know, like, I have that say.
Yes.
And generally, I go like, do a highlight of the stream. This day was good. Do this, like, so I can adjust my content on Twitch so that one day a week I do a chat about some topic, and then we upload that to YouTube, and that we can totally do that.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's like a huge thing. And here, the way that I think about it is like, you take like stock of all the platforms. So we look at like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and like you just take LinkedIn, because it actually is a platform for a lot of professionals. You take like these, right? And I think you double down on a few. So like for you, it's going to be like Twitch and like YouTube, and like maybe you find one other if you want. And that's where you live. And for me, it's like Twitch, YouTube,
I could
LinkedIn.
Still do Instagram. It's just Instagram feels really superficial to me. And I actually don't like that. I don't like that I have to feel like the picture has to be perfect. It feels fake to me. Does that make sense?
It does. I mean, you're talking to a guy that like posts like pictures. My Instagram is like terrible. So like I can't relate. It's like just me holding cups of tea and like doing weird shit. And I don't have like an idea of like, maybe it feels so.
You don't even know your angles, man.
See, there you go. Maybe it feels inauthentic to you because you are like the Instagram fucking like god, where it's like you've got like I don't know how you took this picture, or like this feels like you must have taken like 1,000 pictures, or this one. You probably took like 10,000 and then like.
See, I don't do that anymore. Now I take like 20 pictures, and if I don't like any, I don't post anything. But I used to do that before. I used to take so many, and like at some point you learn like what your angles
like insane. Like, yeah, it's just the way that you've got these. Yeah, and then like you've got my dumbass like just It's like, dude, it's not comparable, okay? Like, this is not, I can't understand what you mean by, but what I'm saying is, like, maybe you...
I just don't enjoy it. Like, I don't get joy out of it. Like, I get joy out of, like, Twitch and sharing my life. But I feel like Instagram, like, I don't think my Instagram betters
it's just not good.
anybody's life by seeing this perfect version of me. Does that make sense?
This is literally you versus the guy that she tells you not to worry about, dude. Like, this is, in terms of like Instagram professionality, and you're like, but what I'm saying is like, you're saying, I feel like it's so inauthentic. It's like maybe because you're like thinking about it this way, like you're like thinking about the fucking grid and the rule of threes and the angle and like, oh, my hair's got to be this and the shit like that, like. Yeah, if you just posted a picture of yourself on a fucking boxes made of Corsair material, right? Then you're good to go.
I wouldn't post that though.
Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not.
I don't feel happy about it.
See, so you're kind of. Because I get to see other Instagram girls, and I'm like, I start comparing myself to them. You're enslaved to the meta with Instagram. That's why you hate it.
Yeah. I do hate it.
I
fucking hate it.
You're enslaved to the meta. That's why you hate it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like Twitch.
So you're trying to tell me to be more like you?
No, I don't know if that's a good. I don't know the answer to this problem. It's definitely not to do that.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it's a few things. It's like my social media guy telling me like, we gotta post every 2 days.
Yeah.
There's gonna be an Instagram post today. You're gonna take a selfie, and I'm just like, I just wanna stream. Like, I'm getting my head ready in the morning to stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, trying to mentally prepare myself for the hype and the excitement and everything. And it's like, I gotta take this fucking stupid selfie.
To what end?
What's the point of it? I don't see the point. Exactly.
Can you tell me more about this team of yours? You said you have like a social media guy that tells you that you need to post things. Like do you have like a team? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, I have a bit of a team.
You're very vague.
A bit of a team.
Are you intentionally vague on this? Do you not want to talk about this?
Yeah, I don't want to explain a little bit how my team works, but I have a team.
You should explain it to me offline.
Okay, I can do that.
Because it's very relevant to like how you build your brand.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It totally is.
Okay. Because depending on like how you are thinking about like how you're interacting with that team and how they're interacting with you makes like a big difference. Yeah. And if they're telling you like, oh, like we have to like post on Instagram, it just doesn't feel like there's a reason for it. Have you thought, and this is actually one of my ideas for you in my show notes, have you thought about literally, I know you're not like, we've talked about goals. Have you thought about literally writing down a 1-page sheet of like, this is Alinity, this is what I would want to be perceived as, and this is like my perfect day, like if I was just going to run a Twitch stream and like have this kind of community, this kind of fun, like exactly what that looks like. Okay, I can write that. Is that crazy? No, I love writing stuff. Because here's a really cool study. Okay, this is actually true. Can I go to the bathroom? I'm so sorry. I've had so much coffee. Yeah, it's okay. I think she's like way into the Instagram meta. So she's made herself feel like this is inauthentic. And like she's thinking about, I'm telling you, like she's thinking about all the angles, everything that like has to look like perfectly right, like the makeup, the fucking like, oh, like this is like whittled to the side, where it's like I just post like and like look, like this is the difference between 35 comments and 4 or 10 likes and shit. By the way, you guys are fucking sons of bitches for not liking this Instagram post. No, I'm kidding. But like this is perfect, right? Like this is like every angle is correct. It's like everything, the side. She's thinking about like fucking 5D chess, fucking nuclear engineering, and then so like no wonder she thinks like, oh, it's inauthentic. Of course it is, right? Because like the way that you're structuring this profile is like this kind of like, she even said like, right, I'm comparing myself to like what other Instagram girls do and stuff like that. And like, look, she's like really, really successful. But I think, and this is like the thing that I didn't want to like really say yet, but like, I think the engagement is low. The likes and stuff are low because this is the Instagram meta, right? It looks like every other Instagram. It's like she's beautiful. And it's like, they're amazing pictures, but it's like, you can find this anywhere, right? And like Pokey's engagement is so much higher because it's more authentic. It's more on brand. That's why that's happening, right? And I just haven't like really, but I think that's the case. So that's why it doesn't feel like that. You know what I mean?
You're really digging my IG, man.
But her, yeah, it's just a thing. I told you I like Latinas. No, I'm looking at the stats purely. Okay, that's 100% my interest here. She's just, you got to give me something here. You got to say something. Otherwise, I look like a total. All right. I guess I'll go fuck myself. Okay.
Oh, so, no, it's okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, I was talking from a pure stats perspective. Okay.
No, and I have the answer to your question why we're so focused on like posting every 2 days is we're looking at stats and we're trying to grow, like get exposure through Instagram, like get growth through Instagram in order to bring into my Twitch. Mm-hmm. But like to me, Instagram always felt like the job that wasn't paying off. Same as YouTube, kind of feels that way.
Did you ever get sponsors for it?
Yeah, but
because
it happens like 3 times a more just doesn't feel worth my time.
Okay, you can make
more like 4 or 5 times a year.
You can make way more money off of YouTube and Instagram than Twitch. Way more.
Yeah, but what's the point of making money out of something that I'm not enjoying?
Well, you don't enjoy it because you're stuck in the meta.
I just don't think that money is like a motivating factor for me.
Wait, but you just literally said that you've evaluated based on how much money it's making, and it's not worth your time because it's not making money.
Because I don't enjoy it.
But
I feel like I have to do it because I understand. I know that it might seem like I'm counter. No, I know the way it seems. But here's the thing. The reason why we're doing Instagram is to have a backup for the future.
Okay. Yeah.
Just in case something happened to Twitch.
Yeah.
You know, if something happened to Twitch, I can go to another platform. I can do something else and promote it through my Insta. And that's a win-win. That is the reason for it. It's kind of like a piggy bank for the future, maybe?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube is a better piggy bank for that. But it's okay. But that's the thing. It's so weird. It's like, this as a creator. Nothing is worth it until it is worth it. Like building a YouTube is equity. It's building something to the point where it becomes worth it because you put the investment in. The same as your Twitch.
Yeah, but the thing with YouTube, and I'm already sold on the YouTube thing because I can just get it from my Twitch. Yep. I can just make content for Twitch.
Yeah, on Instagram you have to make it.
On Instagram I can't. Like I tried to get like clips and stuff, but like people just want to see a pretty girl.
But that's what.
And like I want to be more than just a pretty girl.
But
yeah, but that's not what I want.
I know, but your Instagram is literally that archetype. You're telling that story through your Instagram. Remember, we're talking. Yeah. Everything is about story, right?
And that's why I don't like it. That's probably why I don't like it.
But it's your Instagram. You can change. Well, okay. I think I know what I understand. You
can't.
Whatever
story can I?
You can't change it.
Do what I like through Instagram.
Yeah, you're too into it.
No, it's not that. It's just like I don't think I can get what I like and what I envision for myself on Instagram.
I don't think I can get what I like and what I envision for myself on Instagram. Which is what exactly?
Well, like fun gamer girl.
You think the platform just doesn't? No. That's fair. I would agree with that. I think that's fair. I think it's much harder to tell that story on Instagram than it is on a place like YouTube, Twitch, or something like that.
Yeah.
I would not be remiss if you gave up your Instagram, because I don't think it's fundamental to building a brand in the digital media age, which is why I don't do it. Right? I think the most important platforms for building a brand are Twitch, YouTube. Well, in your case, Twitch, right? I normally wouldn't say Twitch, but YouTube 100% is like 10 out of 10. And then probably the next most important is like probably it depends on your brand, but usually Twitter for gaming.
Yeah.
But I don't actually know, like,
we could just stick to Twitch and YouTube for now.
Yeah, sure. We'll keep it simple.
I'm more comfortable in video too. Like I just don't like pictures. I don't think that pictures, like, you can capture something in just an instant. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Like I just don't. Yeah.
I feel like you've had some recent really powerful stuff on Twitter because your messaging is really authentic. The messages that you've been posting in July are really, really powerful, and I think are helping set you up as like the sort of come again, like, paragon of goodness. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're like Gandalf the White. Do you watch Lord of the Rings?
I did not understand what that means.
Did you watch?
I did watch it, but I don't think I watched it in English.
Gandalf the Wizard, he falls off the mountain, he descends into the darkness, into the pit, right? He has this terrible evil he has to overcome, and then he comes back greater.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And, totally.
And he becomes a message.
And honestly, like, that actually happened. Like, I learned so much from all of this that's happened, you know? Like, I'm definitely a completely different person because of it. Like, I had to learn so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Like, even though I wasn't evil, I did have to grow, for it. Of course. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't.
I know. I'm saying that I think it's important now where you stand. Like, your identity is changing in real time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Things like this, talks with Destiny, talks with Dr. K, people are realizing that there's more to you. But with that also comes the responsibility for you to lead people into positivity. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because people are going to start trusting you as a like, this experience that you went through, as terrible as it is, it's really important because it builds the foundation for you to talk about this and to be able to help other people through it. There is no one with more authority on online harassment that I know of than you.
Yeah.
And that's really, and so and that's why I think it's so important that, like, you don't back away from this, that you lean in and you keep up with the tweets that, like, the type of talk that you've had in July.
Yeah.
You should really look at this, and you should really be like, okay, like this is different from what I've done before. And what resonates with me, what feels right, what feels authentic, what do I want to keep doing? And you need, like, the worst thing you can do right now is to back up and be afraid to talk. Which you told me, you're like I'm afraid to say, but this is like the opposite that time. You need to come from the heart, like, super hard on this. And that is going to, it's good. It's really going to change things.
I think at some point I started feeling like it just wasn't worth it for me.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Oh, like, I wanted to quit. Like, I still think about it. You know?
I feel like you would be
like, I think that no amount of, like, success is worth, like, struggling this much. Like, not anymore. Like, I do agree that, like, things have changed, but I just hit a point where it didn't feel worth it, you know?
Oh, definitely. Like,
does that make sense?
Yeah, during the peak of that hate, like, it wasn't worth it. like it just, I agree. Yeah. But,
and, like, no, it's great. Things are changing right now, but I think, like, I'm afraid of feeling the way that I was feeling before. And I think that's why, like, I've withdrawn from social media right now.
Yeah. And I'm not encouraging you.
Because I don't want to get in my mind back to that horrible place where I was.
Totally.
Because I was in a very dark place.
I think right now it's really healthy for you. Like you said, just Twitch and YouTube. Like, what I'm talking about is, like, focusing on just thinking about your messaging this month, particularly in the last, like, 15 to 20 days. You understand what I mean by messaging? Your appearance outward to the community is different than it's ever been.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like in the last 30 days, and I could even ask people here, just the people in this chat who already knew from me, a lot of the regulars, how many of you have like a different view of Alinity after just this talk? I'm just curious. Like, honestly, no meme.
Yeah, probably a lot of people.
So that's this, and thank you guys. Thank you very much for that. Like, and some of you got that from Dr. K, right? And that was and some of you got it from the LSF clip, right? Like, what I'm saying is this is my shit. I fucking love this stuff. Okay, this is a story. It's building, right? Yeah. So if you take control of this story and start going,
take advantage of it right now instead of like, so it all feels worth it. Yeah.
And you become a beacon of positivity for all of those people who went through a lesser but still very difficult experience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's where you're at. Like you have that you have that fear of like, I never want to go back to that dark place. Yeah. And I respect that. I would never want to, but holy shit, your position right now, you are like in the best place you have ever been in terms of your story. Straight up. You have more opportunity, more potential, and more growth ahead of you than you ever have done.
Yeah.
Straight up. Ever. Yeah. You have way more.
Yeah, I think like right now I'm still picking up the pieces.
Yeah. And that's going to take some time.
Like with myself, and I think it might take like maybe another like few weeks before I can like
it takes as long as it takes.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't rush that.
Yeah.
But
no, I just don't think I can. Like I don't want to cry.
Sorry, I feel bad.
No, it's okay. I just think like, here's the thing, like for a very long time, I'm gonna say like for 2 years, for a year, whatever, right? I like pretended to be strong, but I didn't only pretend to be strong to everyone, but also to myself. Yeah. Right? And I think like opening up and letting all those feelings come afloat also made the feelings come afloat for me. Does that make sense?
It makes 100% sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I just like woke up today, or like last week after like the whole Wreckful thing. I woke up and I got like all these feelings on me that I had like been pushing down and like pretending they weren't there, and pretending they weren't affecting me and stuff. Mm-hmm. So like it's just gonna take me a little while before I can like get my self-esteem back up, I think.
Remember when we talked about an hour ago how teaching something makes it stick? How when you teach something, it makes it even better than So it's that. It's like when you came out with your story and you started telling people about this, you started teaching, and that's why you started to feel it more strongly.
Yeah.
Because you were teaching yourself.
Yeah. So much more.
Yeah, you were teaching yourself at the same time.
Yeah, like this is affecting me more right now. Even with all the positivity and everything, it's affecting me more now than it did when like the incidents happened. And it's something that I don't understand fully. Mm-hmm. Like I think it's because I'm talking about it.
Yeah. And the more you talk about it, the more you put to words like what your thoughts and feelings are, and you understand it better. And through that we grow.
Yeah.
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 And through that we grow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the only way to grow. So I think it's completely appropriate to take time, and as much as you need. It could be 4 or 5 months. It could be a year. It doesn't matter. Don't even like put a time frame on it. Like don't get
it
like.
Won't be that long.
I know.
It won't be that long.
Honestly. I know. But like I'm saying, like
like in a month we got to start back with things, and I was just like, okay.
What I'm saying is like this story and this narrative will be there for you when you're ready to pick it up. Yeah.
you.
Because it's already building, and to the extent that you can just think about it and put it in your head while you're, processing this, and like you said, picking up the pieces, it's productive to do so.
Yeah.
And when you're ready,
Thanks.
I will.
That has helped me so much.
Oh, thank you. Well, when you're ready to do that, I will be there to help if you need it.
Yeah. I will be ready for it. I just need a little bit of like calm,
Yeah, more wind on the prairie.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz yeah. It's been heavy. It's been pretty heavy.
Yeah, like you literally, it's probably been the heaviest that anyone's ever dealt with in the history of Twitch. I think it's pretty safe to say.
Yeah, maybe.
There's got to be a number one somewhere. Like someone dealt with the most, and so I think it's safe to say it was you. But I'm actually so excited for your future, more so than anyone I think I've ever talked to. Because I think absolutely, and I really do mean that. I'm not just fucking saying that. Like, I really do feel like you are positioned in a place right now because you didn't give up, which took an immense amount of strength, and you're moving forward. Yeah. You are in a position to inspire tens of thousands of people in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Like, it's awesome. You are literally in the position. You are building a character, and not in the sense of like any kind of like fakeness. Your character is developing. You as a person, you are growing, and people are watching that journey, and they're going to be inspired by it, and they're going to do things better in their own lives because you went through that, and they're gonna say, if she did it, I can too.
Yeah, no, that makes so much sense, and I think like there is a lot of content creators that reach out to me and ask me for like support and like how do I cope with things and stuff like that. And I used to feel like I had to be strong for them. And I think maybe my advice to them now will be completely different to my advice to them like a month ago. Like 100%. Because yeah, it's all changed. Like everything has completely changed for me.
I'm glad you didn't give up, and I'm very glad you still haven't.
It's not the kind of person I am. I think like I've always been really motivated by adversity.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's always been a like proving people wrong has always been like a very big motivator to myself. But oh god, it took so much strength to not quit. Holy shit.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
And I think like if I had, it would have set such a big precedent to cancel culture, so that like, right? Like if people effectively canceled me out of the internet.
Yeah, it would have been a huge win for them, and it wouldn't have, because it would have shown that online harassment works.
Yeah, exactly. Not just for me, but like, oh, we can make somebody quit if we try hard enough.
And that's not good for them to think, because I've long held that like unless you can get deplatformed or you can cancel yourself, those are the two ways for a brand to die. If you don't do those things, if you keep going, they can't stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't mean the words don't hurt, but it means if you don't give up, you can keep going. And that's what you did. So I'm genuinely excited. I think that you have an insanely cool future on this platform. Like next 6 to 12 months are going to be insane for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to keep streaming. I love streaming. I get so much joy from it. Honestly, like I can't believe that I get to be like make a living from doing something that I like to do so much.
Yeah, it's an insane opportunity.
Yeah. And I think like that's the thing with Instagram is like I don't like it. I don't get joy out of it.
Don't worry about it.
But Twitch, like I get joy out of it. I get so much joy.
Don't do shit you don't like. Yeah.
I mean, exactly.
Don't do shit you don't like. Do your YouTube, right? Do your Twitch, and live your best life. Like, don't worry about. You don't need to be an Instagram star.
I like posting to Instagram like every month or every week or something like. I think every week was great, but like this idea that I have to post every 2 days, just like it was like. I knew that like, oh, tomorrow I have to post something to Instagram. And it was just like, it's almost like the taxes thing. It's like, oh, I know I have to do my taxes. Like, seriously. I put it up there with taxes.
Yeah, I think it's really important
like, on the stress level, it's right there.
I think it's really important to you to spend time on things that you really love. And I think that like Instagram is definitely a drain for you. I don't see any reason from a brand perspective to do more than once a week anyway for you, especially where you're at.
I agree. Like I'm not getting this. Like I'm not getting discovered through Instagram, even though like some people tell me that I do. I just don't think that makes that big of a difference. There is a lot of brands that do want promotion through Instagram, which is the reason why we've done it. But like. I don't see why a brand wouldn't just want to do YouTube and Twitch. Like, if that's all we offered, I'm pretty sure people would be happy with that too.
It depends on the brand, I think. Some brands are kind of married to Instagram because there are particular products that perform very well there, particularly apparel, right? Apparel.
I've never had apparel before.
That's the most expensive category, like apparel and beauty products, because what you do is you do a swipe up activation with Instagram stories, and it sells like nothing sells like those sell. It's actually insane how well it does.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's
but like if 90% of my demographic is guys, like.
Yeah, and you're selling like women's underwear or something, like it's not going to convert very well.
It's not going to convert well at all.
Yeah, and you're
I wouldn't be selling underwear
or whatever, women's lingerie or women's short pajamas, women's beauty products,
something like that. Maybe leggings.
Okay, leggings. All right. Yeah, like stuff, not stuff for men is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Not stuff for men. Now, I do think guys look really cute in leggings, though, but. That's my opinion.
The way to do apparel-based marketing, like the right way with women, is like 100 Thieves does. Like very cool, like gamer-oriented hoodies, like streetwear type stuff. That sells like fucking crazy. So you get a sponsorship doing that, it would sell really well because that appeals to male. So there's a way to do apparel in that way. I'm not telling you to sell like bathwater. Like I'm saying like there's a way to do it, right? But yeah. So I think But I think that your guess also on what you said about Instagram not converting well to Twitch, that's also true. It doesn't really pull users over.
It doesn't. No, it's the other way around. It's like from my Twitch, people follow me on Instagram.
It's good because it creates a brand impression of you, so that they're reminded of you. Which that's true. Which then it's always good to keep people. Yeah. Again, that idea of impressions. You want to keep people. You want to keep yourself in mind in the eyes of like the community in the right way.
Honestly, what I wanted to do at some point was just like put clips from my stream on Instagram, but they don't get the same impressions, obviously. So
and also your Instagram is your problem is your Instagram is already 400 posts deep into like the theme, so like if you change the theme, your engagement's gonna just tank,
drop. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I would just like, fuck, it stresses you out. Like then why worry about it? Just go your YouTube. I'm telling you, you're going to come back here in like I'm in like 6 months, 12 months. If you're consistent with your YouTube and you're going to be like, holy shit, like this changed everything.
Okay.
Because if you're thinking
about. You really think I can drag viewers into my Twitch stream from my YouTube channel?
On all of my authority of everything that I have ever done on this platform, I know it. There is not a single whisper of hesitation. I am positive that if you build your YouTube consistently and you do it in the way that we talked about, and I will help, I will be there 24/7. Just shoot me a message.
All right.
I fucking got you.
Okay.
Like it will change your entire life, and it will produce a fucking insane amount of results, an insane amount of income, and it will change your brand for the better.
Okay.
It is 100% the direction you need to go. I've never been so sure of anything.
Okay.
I'm fucking positive. I fucking know it. Yes, 100%. And I'll work with you on the titles and everything. Like we.
Yeah, I think that needs a lot of work. Honestly.
It does.
Yeah, I just need help. Yep.
Yeah.
It does.
Literally, if we change the titles and then put your Instagram pictures as your thumbnails, you'll be good to go. That's more or less. Like that's really all we gotta do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Remember me when you're a billionaire.
I don't want that though.
I know. I don't. I'm just
see,
kidding.
like that's not a motivator for me, and
I know.
think that's,
I'm just kidding.
That's my biggest challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
I know. Yeah, I'm saying.
My family was well off when I was little.
It's one of my memes.
So
yeah.
And so I'm just like, no, I like. Who was it? There's like a famous guy who said like, oh, I wish everybody could be a millionaire so they would realize that like money doesn't buy happiness.
Jim Carrey said that.
Yeah.
The quote was I wish everyone could climb the mountain to all of their dreams, getting all of the money and all the fame they ever wanted, so they realize that's not the answer.
Yeah. It really isn't. But I do wanna, like, my interest is mostly like getting rid of the hate. To be honest, like that's kind of what I want to do.
But we talked about how to do that.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And I think you have a good vision of how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, hold on. Careful.
Did he fail?
Yeah, she was trying to get up here and
just didn't make it. Yeah.
No, she's a little chubby.
Yeah.
Just a little. Don't show your butt.
Cat butt.
She's like, did you see the look she gave me?
Offended.
She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And she's offended by the fact that I don't want to show her butt.
She wants to show the world her butt.
This was super helpful, honestly. Like, thank you so much. I'm super excited. No, like, for real, this helped a lot. I'm super pumped.
I'm honored. That's good.
Yeah, no, I am. I might not seem it. I'm just. I need to go for like a smoke break, but
Yeah, it's okay. I do this like D&D thing I got to do in an hour, so I'm good too. Okay. I got to get some food and shit, so we're good.
Yeah, but no, seriously, like I love this. I'd love to chat again.
Anytime.
In like a little bit. Yeah, and like talk about stuff and maybe like write down some things of some goals for the YouTube channel and yeah.
I just like
I'm super down.
Okay. I think after you take some time spiritually to like gather yourself, we'll have that conversation. Okay. Because like I wanted to reach out to you just to get you to start thinking about this, because when I watched your Dr. K thing, I was like, I could help. I know how to do it. It's like I got so like fucking hype. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. So I definitely wanted to like I definitely wanted to talk to you. I'm glad we did.
You want to be part of this journey, and I love that.
I think what you're doing is important.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I wanted you to.
I think so too.
I wanted you to think like, that. That's exactly right.
Yeah. I think for a long time, you know, like especially, I recovered from like a very, very bad eating disorder, like a very bad one. I was like 23 kilos, like I was dying. And I've always wanted to help people that are struggling with mental health. Like that's always been something that, like, I get a lot of pleasure doing. And I think like if I can be a voice for like helping people deal with harassment and hate, like that would make me really happy.
Yes,
actually.
That is your dharma.
Yeah.
That is your dharma.
Yeah.
Good.
For sure.
Good. I love this talk. I'm so glad you came. Thank you so much for talking to me and wanting to do this.
No, thank you for having me, dude. Of
course.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay. Let's do it again soon.
Enjoy your D&D thing.
Thank you. Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Guys, clap it up, please, for Alinity. Let's go. I absolutely loved that talk. That was everything that I like. I saw the Dr. K talk and I was literally like, oh my fucking God, I know exactly how to, because like I knew like right from the beginning that it was like but I like what was so impressive is like she understood everything. I genuinely felt like she got every single thing that I said. That like she absorbed it, she processed it, and she has it. And I'm very proud of her. I can't imagine like what it takes to go through something like what she did. That's some fucking crazy shit. Holy moly, man. That's like I really don't think I could have done the same thing if I had been in that position. So like I really like haven't felt that like I wanted to talk to her, I think almost more than I wanted to talk to like any other person, particularly in a certain time frame, because I was like, holy shit, I truly have a vision of like what we could do with this and how to change this like narrative in this story. And I really do think that like she can take ownership of that position that she has to be at the forefront of mental health and harassment issues at Twitch and spread that positivity. Like what she's doing is so fucking important.